Okay, that's that. I mean, Cam disappeared, but what's waiting for Cam? Jamie, are you ready? Steph, are you ready? Cam's ready. Kirsty, you ready? Chris ready? Me ready? 3, 2, 1.
And we're live. Welcome back to another episode of the Claude Coast. Roll for Story, Claude Coast arc. And we have taken a week off, but we're returning to finish off Candlewick's duty here in the grey deserts, the sunless and starless sky. Last session, you guys managed to defeat a roaming horde of these creatures after accidentally alerting them by flying perhaps too close to one of these strange shadow wing drakes. The creatures tried to do something to your mental states, but you managed to thwart them before they even had a chance to. But several times they seemed to stun you guys with horrific visions, horrible kind of nightmares. It also drew the attention of a gigantic titan-like creature that kind of lumbered its way towards you. Before it could climb up and do any more damage, Llewellyn, you rammed it in the side with a Triceratops. It then turned its attention to you, where it finally popped your polymorph, and you did a quick last resort and charmed the creature. And now you've kind of you've given each other like a hook pinky promise kind of thing, and he's yours for at least another hour. Carius once again had another graze with death, but Irina to the rescue. And also, Irina, you managed to discover some strange kind of old. It looked like maybe a chapel, perhaps just a ruined altar or building. Inside there were documents, a list of names, several of them next to it, a dash with missing in action or killed in action. Perhaps a report on the ongoing war, or at least when it was ongoing. And as you scrolled down those names, there was one that stood out to you. And it was Cinder. No, wait. it's. Wait, we haven't got it, have we? I haven't got the actual name.
I think his the one who is here is
Ash, yeah. Ash is here.
and he shares the same last name as Smolder.
Correct. That name is in this book. And I believe it would be Ash who is the one with that name. So you can, if you wanted to at any point, confirm. But that's pretty much where we left off. You guys were just turning back to the others, the injured, to see that unfortunately one of them did not make it. The captain fell in battle, and he asked you to promise him that he would at least get the rest of his men to the triage. To the triage
Yeah,
encampment.
I think I'm literally sort of like I've got his arms like over my back and I'm sort of like trudging along, dragging him, I believe.
My brain just automatically thought, so if he died, does he get reset back to the starting point?
I hope not, otherwise I'm dragging this body for nothing.
That would be a little bit.
Some kind of weird video game that just goes, off you go, right to the start again.
He does
Try
the
it again.
blinky, blip, 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 pew. And like a life point disappears from the top.
That were the case, but it feels as though that fingertip candle that was there, that heat at the end of your finger, has gone out.
I still don't want anything. I still don't want anything possessing his body because that's not fair. So I'm still going to take it and make sure it's not stolen away.
Would it help if I did levitate on it?
Yes, it would.
There you go. She'll cast levitate on it.
the body becomes lighter in your grip, and
I'll just get a bit of rope and tie it around his waist, and then tie
Yeah,
the
you
other
could just
bit.
pull it along like a balloon.
Like a balloon.
there's all kinds of wrong. But sure.
It's a
A
hot
very
air.
morbid balloon.
It's a hot air balloon. Because he's a
Oh,
fire
no.
genasi.
Yeah,
Oh dear.
That's terrible.
he is. Can't deny him.
Yeah. But Carius, before we continue on, is going to cast Healing Word on himself at 3rd level because he is battered. Just to try to give myself a little bit of survival chance.
Yep.
I didn't
Go
actually apply the HP, which I even targeted myself, but whatever.
Okay.
There we go.
Actually, something about this, as you do begin to cast your healing magic, there's something about it that just feels a little bit
Off.
stale or weakened. The magic definitely does work, there's nothing preventing it, but the healing normally is quite rapid, and your wounds, you can see them visibly closing, but it seems to just be maybe more of a slow effect as you witness. I mean, you haven't actually suffered many physical wounds, but of
Yeah.
those, the ones that clawed down your back, you can still feel the pain. It is still fresh, but it definitely stopped the bleeding, that's for sure, because you can see there's no more grey puddle beneath your feet.
I feel a bit better after that, but something around here is either messing with magic or messing with my body, because that was slower than it should have been.
I don't think we're meant to be down here in general. Us that are, alive.
Yes, I would like to get out of here
So
as soon as
let's-
possible, please.
Yes, getting these guys to where they need to go and then getting out of here.
Yeah.
Lickety split.
It's just that
That's the
up
way.
ahead is another one of those big things.
I'm sorry, what?
One of those
He's not
big
wrong.
things.
Friend.
As you look, yeah, you can look up into the horizon. There is a looming figure of a shadow.
Maybe our friend could talk to it. Say we're good.
Yeah. What did you say your name was?
I think you guys named him, didn't you? Oh
Awesome.
man, what was
It
it?
looks like a grotesque version of that thing from Ralph Breaks the Internet. It's got
Try it
the
again with
little
D.
head on it.
Oh yeah, his other head did get squashed off. He got stomped.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call him Bob.
I think it might have been, and he was looking for a new head. Velen promised him he'd get one. So
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
rest of them,
Hey Bob, do you wanna go say hi to your friend up there? Make sure that things are.
I
Okay.
thought you were my friend.
Yes.
But
The and you're trying to get us to where we need to go safely, so we can get you a new head. Do you want to go speak to that guy up there? And I point forwards.
Kind of like squints. Talk.
Yeah.
He begins to sort of trudge towards him, leaving a large, like a groove of sand, as he's kind of just dragging his hook hands through the sand. He starts calling out, "Talk! We talk!" And you see this other creature like turn around, tiny little beady eyes in amongst these massive, dark, sunken sockets, turns its lower jaw sort of sloughing to the side slightly. The other smaller head's more like gritting its spiky teeth. Okay, they begin talking. You can probably just about hear them from here. And so the first one says, "We have to talk." And the other one's like, "Why? We Feed! No, we talk. And the other ones just so they're going back and forth. They seem to be at least distracted in this moment, but this creature has not got any chance of persuading this other thing.
Yeah, we need to get round them while they're
It lacks
distracted.
both the intelligence and charisma to be able to pull off some sort of, oh, can you just let these guys pass sort of thing.
We're not going to be able to
Hey,
climb up
Darius,
easily.
Are you good in case combat happens?
I'll survive. Just
I,
about.
I turn back to the thing and I go, "Hey, look, it's got a head. Take it."
It turns back. It's sort of, but we talk.
It doesn't want to talk. It wants to give you its head.
It is just charm monster, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
but he
Okay.
wants a head. I'm just
Yeah.
giving him a
no,
nudge.
he doesn't seem to be willing to turn on one of its own kind, so to speak. Rather,
Alright, that's fine.
yeah, he doesn't seem to be compelled to suddenly attack. But maybe you could try and like push it that way if you, I don't know, pretend it, like you could maybe distract them. What's the word? You could feign them hurting each other. Like you'd need them to get really angry if you wanted to actually have them fight each other. But right now, they seem to be sort of just talking back and forth.
We don't
Three
see-
heads.
The other one doesn't want to talk. He just wants to feed.
We feed on them. Fresh souls. Turns back and goes, no friendly souls. Friendly.
Hmm.
Maybe we could
I-
climb up and go around.
I was
rather
thinking,
than
Uh,
having this rather than
I-
non-discussion.
There's. Karis has an idea, but it's a risk. And just sort of looks to Lavellum for a moment. And it's just like, can you turn into stuff still?
Yes.
Do you think you could turn into something that looks like one of those beasts that they were flying on?
Like some sort of eagle?
Or a giant flying bat?
I
I've got.
could do a giant flying bat.
Yeah, do that. And then, whilst that's going on, Karis is going to cast Alter Self on himself.
Yes, and I will turn into a giant flying bat.
To turn into one of the guys with the scythe, because I've got one of their scythes.
That. All right then. I didn't know where this was going, but also
He's just running forward now. He is looking at you, by the way, the whole time.
Yeah, I
And as
know.
you're trying to
And
pull him-
and Karis is just like, well, my tall friend, it seems like you passed the test, so I'll reveal my true identity to you. Now you will let us pass, won't you?
Let me just check something.
We're
My
going up
God.
over here.
yeah, me and Andy are starting to ferry the Genasi up the
Yeah.
cliff.
We're going up and over.
Yeah.
Got it. It seems to be looking at you and tilting one of its heads. One of them is definitely not convinced. The Genasi are being hoisted up this mountainside. Just give me a quick stealth check, Andy and Irina. As you are trying to duck down behind the shelf. Okay, nice.
Actually, bad.
Not bad.
Very good. All right. The creature's attention is definitely focused on the two creatures that are addressing them. And meanwhile, you're actually able to sneak up, climbing, and even managing to like lift up the injured ones. Currently,
See, the dead one is obviously levitating, so he was easy.
right? Yeah, he's just hoisted up. But you keep him quite low down just so he doesn't like look like a bobbing corpse in the air. This creature is getting riled up and is just like turning to you, Carius. And even though you kind of turned into this form, it seems to sniff the air. No, you are fresh soul. You not like us. You're
Alright.
not dead.
Yep. Karis is going to chuck his flying glaive to Kashan, so Kashan has got to wear and jump on the back of Lavellin and be like, up!
They go up.
As it's coming closer and closer, you do see that your friend Bob is trying to hold them back. Like, no, not tasty.
Actually, I
Friendly.
didn't think... No, actually, no, I'm good. For a second,
We
I thought...
are
Chunks.
no eat.
No.
And your passive perception, Llewellyn, you do actually spot your allies because you're facing that direction. You just see the tops of a bit of light peeking over from the fire genasi. You can tell they are moving over and around. Meanwhile, this last, it's about 5 foot away from you. You can see it's reaching up and is like about to slam down its hooks on you guys.
Go higher and higher.
Yep.
Just I try and get out of reach before it gets in range, but
Okay.
that's up to you.
And Kashan, are you on the glaive?
I chucked the glaive to him so that he had a way to get out.
Kashan, holding the glaive, will run to the wall and start climbing up.
Karis just looks at him
Don't
like,
use the glaive. I can do it myself.
You could have flown.
That's flying glaive. Climbs up. All right. So
Use
Llewellyn, how far are you up in the air?
It's the stigma of obviously giving
Yeah,
a child a
polymorph.
brand new toy and it just being like, no, I want this balled up bit of paper.
I can go.
I'd rather have the box
I'd
it
probably go
came in.
about. I can go 60 feet, so I'd probably go about 50 up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Decent range
and-
of looking down.
And how high are you, Carius?
Well, I'm on the back of Lavellin, so...
Oh, right, of course you are.
Cause...
In that case, then, Kashan, you see it come towards you. And it charges. Bob tries to stop him. So I'll give... Well, this attack's already got disadvantage, right? Because you're cloak of displacement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it does take one swipe at you as you're trying to climb up. And we'll see what it gets.
Miss.
Yeah, whiffs. You hear this crash as it kind of overreaches and then slams its hand into the side of the cliff. With your movement, you're easily able to get to the top quite quickly. You see the rest of your allies, and this thing is about to make a pursuit. So
we're 50 foot up.
Would I have used an action per se?
no, you can do whatever you want right now. This thing is trying to slam itself up.
I'm going to swoop down and try and bite it to get its attention. Because I know they're up there.
As the altar self has failed, as Lavellin goes down, I'm going to try hold monster on it.
Because if we go down that way, it's just...
Hold monster?
Yeah. Like, if it gets to the top, we can go down the stairs. But obviously, if it doesn't, then we can just jump, I guess.
There's a paralyzing effect.
Yep.
Because we could have gone that way, but it takes us in the opposite direction, so we need to go this way.
Yeah, going that way.
Whereas it looks like this might join up.
Okay. Kashan.
Oh, sorry. Was not muted. Sorry, I meant to mute.
That's all right. You see the creature is about to climb up, and if it did, it would have seen the rest of your allies trying to sneak around. It's at that point you feel the creature stop, and it's just looking up at you. Its large gaping mouth trying to reach up, but it's just stuck there. And yeah.
Is its hand
fully
kind
paralyzed?
of gripping on? Oh, it's completely paralyzed. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Fully paralyzed. It's at this point Bob turns around and goes, "Right there, we can talk now. Hello?" Just like waving his claw in front of his face.
I'll just turn around to the others like, go.
You'd hear a lot of squeaking, and if you could understand that, it would probably say, "Can we keep him?"
Okay.
Bobby's
Get
great.
me. Get me.
The trooper fire genasi definitely run down halfway down the stairs. Probably a couple of them that try to jump down. The ones with stretchers do have to go all the way around. So I'll consider that their like dash to get like to where they are. And I'm just gonna roll another wisdom save to see how long these guys are paralyzed. Another round. So with that, everyone would be able to
Yeah,
get out
let's
of dodge.
book it.
You were eating your
Mhm.
mic,
Who was?
Jamie. It was so loud for my end.
But you told me to.
No.
Wait
Don't
for
worry.
me. Friend,
Yes.
you promised new
Yeah.
head.
Yes. Keep coming, Bob.
Okay, Bob chases after you whilst the other creature stuck there the whole time. Probably for another round. Let me just check. Yeah, it's stuck there. And by the time you've passed through this canyon, you lose sight of it as you go around the corner. Okay.
Oh,
All right. Well, that's one way to avoid it.
I am sorry about that. I honestly thought we were muted.
That's cool.
that's
All right.
fine.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah.
And I didn't hear you guys stop talking either, so I just carried on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Karis is just like, okay, so we can't trick these things because we smell too fleshy. Or alive.
That would make sense.
But we at least managed to paralyze that one to get past.
Yeah.
Can we not make ourselves smell like we're not alive?
I don't know. I mean,
I mean, I could if I separate myself from the book.
I mean, I can add an odor with prestidigitation.
Same.
Make us all smell
I
dead.
can make us all smell dead.
I'll help you with that. We'll go around and make
Double dead then.
Yeah. We'll just like get it done as quick as possible.
All right. So you mask yourself with a stench of death, like rotted corpses and. Ew.
Question, does
Not
that
nice.
work on Irina just because of obviously Candlewick's odor situation?
Candlewick's odor?
Like the fact
We'll
that
just
she
have to make
literally
it
smells
stronger.
like bonfire.
We'd have to make it stronger for you. Burning body.
Yeah, it probably.
Burning body. Burning
Yeah,
ash.
burnt body. There you go. Like ashes. Definitely could mask
Okay, cool.
these.
This is a very morbid conversation.
I like to
It
imagine.
It's a bloody morbid place, to be fair.
I like to imagine we go around everybody, and then we completely forget about Kasham because he already smells that way.
What kind of dead body would you like to smell like today?
This is the range of scents that we do.
I mean,
Drowned in a lake.
I'm thinking like
Killed by the mafia.
I'm thinking like bloated corpse that is just like floated up after like being thrown out to sea.
No.
Yikes.
Hey, I might as well be on theme. Or if we're gonna go for like the whole Candlewick sort of thing, maybe we should smell like people have been burnt to death.
Yes, I was thinking that like for Irina, like a burnt corpse sort of thing, so the smell would integrate with Candlewick.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm curious if Alter Self actually alters smell. It doesn't specifically say it does, but it doesn't say it doesn't.
No,
But
but
you-
you have the means with the other
Yeah.
cantrip.
Yeah, so now that we're out of range, Karis will once again, because it seems like it might be a good way of doing it, alter self and turn back into looking like one of the things.
Into which one? The
The
one
guys with the
that has-
scythe.
scythe.
Yeah, because I've got one of their scythes, so I at least have part of the role.
All right, cool. So, masking yourself like this definitely seems to keep at bay some creatures. Normally, this canyon has been rife with those strange dogged things, but you can't hear them getting any closer. You can definitely hear the kind of weird screechy barks in the distance. But if they were as keen smelling as they were last time, they would have tracked you down by now. So masking that scent has definitely kept the hounds at bay. But you might not be completely free of danger. The canyon it's getting kind of more, what's the word? Narrow, as you see there are other chunks of broken rock and formations that seem to litter the main canyon in front of you. And so there's lots of tight corners and lots of rocks to potentially hide behind. Are you potentially doing any scouting ahead, or are you gonna stay as one this time?
As I'm at least disguised and I've got the scent and I can fly. I don't know, Lavellin, are you still in bat form at this point?
I am, because it seems like a waste to just get rid of it after like 2 seconds. When I just had to use a 5th level spell.
That's a good
Yeah.
question. Isn't polymorph concentration?
It is, yeah.
And isn't charm monster also concentration?
That's what I was mentioning before, when I was mumbling over
Oh,
my.
okay. So at the point in which you turned into a bat was when Bob was probably kind of coming off of his effect.
No,
Um,
it's not concentration.
Charm monster isn't. Okay, never mind. James requests that you delete their temporary
Yeah,
polymorph
I
template.
don't know why that came up.
Okay, we shall, just in case. All right, cool. Let me drag you to the other map. But you're staying together and trying to remain hidden. So let's
Yeah.
have a group stealth check real quick.
I don't know why. Who rolled as me?
Oh, that was me rolling a regular dice, but I accidentally clicked on you. At +3 because I'm a giant bat.
Ah.
I got a 21, so not too bad.
Yeah, 221, say 4 and 9. What did you get, Cam?
I mean, to be fair for Carius, unless you're speaking very, very loudly, I don't see how you can not be stealthy up there on top of me.
Sure. I think on average we're pretty good.
Okay, on average, pretty damn good. As long as you're not running headfirst into any of them. And Garrus, you're up in the front as well. So
Yeah,
I'd like you to give me a perception check.
I'm on the back of Lavellabet. So,
Ah, yes. Okay.
but perception. Didn't see it then for a moment. 13. Not terrible.
13. Okay. You don't see any signs of creatures. You can definitely once again hear the creatures in the distance, but round the corners, the shadows are so dark. Even with dark vision, it's impossible to tell if something's hiding there or if a creature is the shadow itself.
Question. Like, obviously, if Llewellyn is a giant bat, does he still get his normal perception? I can't remember if that's a thing still or not.
No,
He
but
gets echolocation.
yeah, I get advantage on perception. It's called keen hearing.
You also have 60-foot blind sight, so even the dark doesn't.
You better roll one as well then.
Perception.
Yeah, because I didn't realize you was on top of Karis was on top of you. You're still with
Perception
Karis.
Yeah.
wisdom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not great. +1. That's advantage.
18. Much better. Okay. Add that. And that. Okay, I'm going to take you to the new map with that perception check.
Dun dun dun. New map.
So you continue on for quite a while. This is just a perception check over the course of, say, the next 10 minutes. And the canyon remains pretty much uneventful. Though this creeping dread definitely fills the group's senses, and even your shadow is beginning to play up again. Every now and again, you see its like head kind of like twitch, like spasm slightly, and every now and again, just out of the periphery of your eye, you see their hand like reaching into the cloak. And as you turn around and focus your attention on it, it seems to like stop again and like resume.
Sorry, she didn't have her headphones on for a second.
I was making tea. Sorry.
Okay.
Just that last bit. I told her about the shadow, but
your shadow is acting
moving.
up. It's very shifty. It's like reaching into its cloak. Its head is like twitching every now and again.
So I'm guessing if you're saying it's reaching into its cloak, is it my form again?
Its cloak is your cloak, so
Because of course it took the form of a guard before, so I'm assuming it looks like me now.
it does look like you, but every now and again you see like the head shift, static.
glitching in the matrix.
It is,
What
yeah.
if
It's like that.
I quickly take my cloak off and I hand it to Irina, really quickly.
The shadow suddenly like hugs itself as if it's naked.
I'm just like
trying to cover itself up.
Serves you right.
You want me to hold on to this?
Well, trouble is I got to attune to it, so would I still remain attuned to it if I fold it up and keep it on my person? Cool.
Yeah.
I'll do that then. So can you help me fold this, please?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Fold it like a bed sheet.
together.
Okay.
So she's not got her cloak on. That never happens.
That doesn't. The chill and cold is definitely at your back. Just as uncomfortable being
She
without
does
it.
wear little crop tops, so yeah, she's gonna be very cold right now.
I can pull out my sort of like wizard robe that I usually put on over the top, like, so you can.
Thank you.
It swamps her. It just like drags along. Because Irina's like nearly twice your height.
Okay. In that case, then the shadow is definitely it's changed form slightly when you put on the. Did you say wizard robes?
Like my mages, my librarian's robes.
She tries to make sure that it's not in the dust. She's like holding a bunch of it.
I get so on them like so often, it really don't matter.
The shadow of the cloak appears more ragged and torn, and it seems to be flapping in an invisible wind. And there is also just the detail of a long scythe hanging over it as well.
That's creepy.
Wait,
Quite literally looks like you're being followed by a death.
any funny business, and the other coat is coming off.
I just go over to it and stomp
And you
on
have
it.
to walk around naked.
It just
Okay.
taps the end of the scythe, like the very point of it, almost as if it's comical how it's almost pointing out the irony and that you're the one threatening it when
We
it's
could
got
be
like
friends, if you behave.
roll a persuasion check.
Making a bargain with death.
Hey, this is my shadow.
Yeah.
15.
It seems to tilt its head to one side as if to consider this proposition. You can see its hand has definitely gone up towards its chin.
Stroking its chin.
Definitely stroking its chin.
Look, there is certainly people I would like dead. And you obviously want to kill something. So I could find you something to kill.
It gestures like this, as if, go on.
Well, there might be a situation that I need some help getting out of one day. So you could quickly kill them for me.
It points to itself, and then points to you. and then kind of makes this sort of motion.
You become one.
Make a bargain.
Make a bargain.
Shake on it.
Shake hand.
It reaches out a hand, but it can't really see it. I guess it has to turn to the
She
right.
kind of
and you
crouches
can see it.
down and puts her hand on the shadow, like so that her hand touches the shadows.
Okay.
You're literally making a bargain with a death person.
Yeah. Well, I don't want it to kill me, do I?
I mean, that's fair, and I guess, yeah.
As you reach and motion to grab a hold of the hand, you actually see it suddenly stretched out of the floor, and a cold, shadowy hand grips yours and wraps around it like fully, and it shakes. But I also need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Hey, this is much better than it killing me, so 15 again.
Yeah, not too shabby. All you sense is this cold chill run all the way up forearm into the shoulder, and it almost feels like it kind of locks in place, like a stiff wind has just made your arm kind of freeze up, and it eventually releases slowly, like it kind of goes like inky and then slops back onto the ground. And after one more kind of wave and shimmer, your shadow returns to normality. It looks like you once again.
Because I tell you what, there's a couple of soldiers when we get to the Dry Oasis, the ones who actually killed my father. You're more than welcome to kill those.
And it's odd as you're saying this, because you realize you are literally saying it to your shadow, and it's almost like you're saying it to yourself.
She must look like a crazy person right now, telling her shadow what he can kill.
I'm just kind of thinking in my head, I'm like, you've got the anti-candle wick. Oh
Perhaps. Something definitely happened when you entered into this strange realm.
And
But
you can scare them as shitless as you want.
it's at this point that, Llewellyn, you hear something with your echolocation. It sounded like a dragging sound and a slight whimper. It was perhaps maybe at least 100 foot away from you, perhaps in amongst these large rocks that are before you. Didn't sound like it was high up. Sounded low to the ground. And I just realized you ain't there.
Yeah, he said he'd be right back.
No problem. What will happen then is the bat suddenly stops and is now flapping midair, like trying to keep itself aloft.
Unfortunately, they can't communicate at this point, but Karis realizing...
Up till then, they would have been just going at a normal pace. They've stopped for a reason.
Yeah. But unfortunately, it's so dark that even if I used the spyglass, I wouldn't be able to see it anyway. Ah, he's back.
He's back.
But technically, spyglasses don't zoom in, they enhance how much light comes in, so
True.
it may work.
Yeah.
Your
bat ears have heard the sound of dragging and whimpering.
Correct.
About 100 foot away.
Which direction?
About like over here somewhere.
You're in a long canyon, but there are dotted rocks and formations in front of you that you can hear in front.
How tall are the formations?
They go up as high as the canyon, I will say. Like the walls of it, which, by the way, in this area, it's a lot deeper than just 20 feet. Probably about 60.
Okay, I go another 20 or so feet up then. And maybe somewhat ahead, just to scout out a bit.
Yep, Karis will follow because he's on your back.
Okay.
So I'll probably go like maybe sort of this way. And a bit, yeah. Just do like a flyby.
Okay.
So maybe I'll like come round.
Wow.
over
You
to the
swoop around, and there's these long, stretching, dark shadows. Wherever that sound came from, you're not able to pinpoint it. I'll tell you what you can do instead. Give me a survival check instead, because although you don't spot any creatures, you do see something in the sand that may be trapped.
Both of us, or
Yeah, you're both looking down there, so that's fine.
Plus.
Yeah. There is a set of tracks, which, wow, level 20 and 21, 22 rather. You would have not spotted these because of how weird they look. They're just dots in the sand, which could have easily just been little craters where rocks have fallen in, or it could just be the pot-marked desert floor, like a canyon floor rather. But it's the way they're kind of arranged: 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot, 4 dot, almost like they are actually footsteps. And accompanying those dots for footprints is a long line, as if something is dragging alongside them. And I'll ping where you spotted them. In fact, I just use a little pencil as well. And draw freehand. Dot, dot. How to draw a dot according to this.
Sort of
it's almost like a pirate was walking down there with a peg leg.
Yeah, that's your best guess. It's something with peg legs.
Can't really speak, so I don't do much because I'm not really smart either.
Yeah, Karis is gonna order Llewellyn to land near the others.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of landing. And I was gonna do something, but then I was like, I'm not smart.
Yeah, and
I can't
then
say that.
right. So up ahead, there's some weird tracks. It almost looks like a pirate with 2 peg legs dragging something, but a bit bigger. Maybe a giant crab.
I mean, it could be someone on stilts.
That too. I did not think of stilts. That's a good one.
I mean, how often do you see someone walking around on stilts?
All the time in the dry oasis.
Really?
Yeah, you got entertainers everywhere.
The only time we see that is around festival.
It's pretty much always a festival in Dry Oasis. To some extent.
You got the entertainers, then you got the pickpockets who pick the pockets while they entertain.
I assume the second is you.
Yeah.
Okay. How you got up there, I'd love to know.
It's actually quite easy.
Did you, like, scale? Never mind.
Mage hand, maybe?
Okay. Like, does Candlewick recognize maybe the description?
You can give me a Arcana check with advantage because of the cool little cert that you got when you first came in here.
Arcana? Nope.
26, definitely.
Just under your nose, Zarina, do you need some healing? You look a little bit...
Oh, you mean like the black and blue face didn't give it away?
Yeah, I'm gonna zap her some healing while you're doing this.
Okay. The Candlewick seems to exit from the scabbard and begin to shape into again, a roughly humanoid-shaped individual. The limbs begin to thin and thin till they become needle-like points. And one of the long arms writhes suddenly and then extends unnaturally long till it's effectively just dragging this long bit of sinew along the ground, still with this kind of needle-like point. Candlewick then makes a kind of, the smoke kind of droops down, and you feel a cold sensation around the bottom of your eyes, and the I guess the heat is cold, but I guess the rest of your body is hot, so it kind of makes this cold sensation around your eyes that just go down and down and down again, like tears running down your cheeks.
Crying, tears, weeping, sadness,
Well,
distress. I'm literally playing charades with him at this point.
yeah.
It definitely, there's a flourish of heat of confirmation with those emotions
Well,
to confirm.
with the exception of the weird little dog things and the more monstrous looking things for the most part, like the two-headed things that seem particularly angry, so it's possible that this is quite emotion driven, so maybe it's something that embodies that, maybe, based on what you're saying.
There's another confirmation of heat floods through you.
But
So,
as to what that is, no idea.
are they attracted to sad feelings and thoughts?
You see Candlewick's form point towards these individuals. They look towards you and the smoke. They say, "What? Us? Wh- What are we? What, like beacons to this thing?"
Well, you've been through trauma, so you know your sad emotions and things like that. It probably wants to feed off it, I guess.
So what we gotta do is make you guys happy.
So,
We
think
just
of
lost our captain. I don't think we can be happy.
Oh,
sorry.
all right.
They seem to be very like you say, emotionally traumatized.
Yeah.
As a bat, I attempt to do a little jig.
Roll performance with your bat.
Sure.
Lavel Tuck the Magnificent.
How do bats even dance?
They do like little waddles and then they sort of like with the wings.
I don't think
What did I
bats can
miss?
even stand upright.
I mean, if you've never seen Bartok the Magnificent, bats can dance.
Have you not seen Fern Gully?
Yeah,
Bats can
Ferngully.
definitely dance.
They can rap.
Yeah.
He dances as good as he raps.
They just look at you with this expression. Just
All right, let's maybe do this another way. Andy, you know plenty of songs from their people.
Mm-hmm.
Something cheerful, please.
All right, you
Yeah.
are.
But quietly.
Okay. She'll get out a violin and she'll start playing some Gnathy music. But though she'll do it quickly. 20.
20. Okay. There is this is upbeat, cheerful, happy music that you begin.
You know what? Actually, instead of her using the violin for this, she can speak their language. She's probably heard Smolder sing some of these songs, so she's going to quietly sing them instead.
Sing them. Okay. And as you're singing them, then they do seem to recognize this song, and there's a bit of an amazement over their faces that you do know a song from their people, and they seem to gather around you, Andy, listening in, and even one of the ones who is on a stretcher, you can actually see them like tapping their toe, perhaps the only part that they can move,
Waggling
but they
a
seem to
finger.
be gathered around.
I'm like waggling a finger like a conductor.
Right. The distant sounds of whimpering does start to, I guess, invade the singing, and you can hear it just like this horrible kind of. Oh, it's like sorrowful wail, and it is unnerving as you're trying to sing, but it seems to be getting closer as well. It's like you're simultaneously drawing it, but also perhaps riling it. Maybe you're not sure, but it's whatever is happening. Your singing is having an effect on this creature as it wails.
I'm gonna
It kind of like encourages them to sing along because I think whatever this is doing, hopefully is for the best.
In that case, they will trust you and attempt to sing along as best they can. Being Genasi, I think they get natural charisma. So I'm just going to give them the old
they're
plus
very
2 for this.
charismatic.
They are perhaps a little bit still traumatized, enough that you can tell that it's having an effect on their singing. Lavellan as Carius, you see something crawling its way between two large rock formations. Two needle-like limbs scrape along it, makes this horrible ear-piercing sort of scraping noise as this creature begins to pull itself out of the shadows and look around with pupilless eye sockets. There is maybe blood or perhaps tears pouring from those sockets down its cheeks, dripping off of its chin. And it seems to be lurching forward closer and closer towards the sound. It is something like this.
Okay. So, do I have the means of retaining and thinking memories as
Yeah.
a polymorph? I'm
Yeah.
going to
You remember
be
your allies, you remember the mission.
I'm going to be 10 feet above this and do a swoop by and think of all of my trauma going this way.
Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna say you just want to think of it, right?
Yeah, and obviously thinking of it would probably lead to feeling it.
Okay.
Probably in a place like this more so than anything.
In that case, then it seems to be lurching forward, listening to this song, and as you swoop down, you're about 10 feet above it, right?
Yeah,
Just,
yeah.
just to get close enough to it.
Out of range. Sort of like going past it, but like
okay.
I'm trying to lead it in an opposite direction, basically.
All right. So its sorrowful expression. Perhaps there's just the tiniest little bit of a hint of a smile as its face was like really sad like this, and then the edges of its face start to curl upwards. Suddenly, as you swoop in and thinking of these dark, repressed feelings you have inside your batty brain, you suddenly see its face. It lets loose this wail and then points its arm towards you and fires it.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, fires his arm at you.
Like a rubber band. Whee!
Like a Stretch Armstrong, you see the limb kind of uncoil outwards with a needle-like point flying true straight towards you. And yes, you may be 10 foot up, 15 foot away perhaps. The thing keeps going and stretching and stretching. And let me just see if it gets a hit. Also, 1 second.
Reach does this have?
How many creatures are within reach of it?
Sorry, Carriers, but you can't hear me say this.
Okay, it has disadvantage on the attack.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Something about the singing seems to completely put it off. And you see the limb fly straight past your wing as you kind of maybe go into a barrel roll. The long limb finally connects onto the canyon side and then it begins to coil back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go a little, probably another 10 foot higher as well now, but I'm gonna be somewhat aware. I'm gonna try and get it to follow me in that sense, keeping the same sort of train of thought.
It doesn't seem to want to follow you. It seems like
right.
you flew past it like an annoying gnat, tried to swat you, but its head turns back.
All right,
towards the music.
let's try to be more than an annoying gnat. As we fly past it, it keeps going. I'm gonna lightning bolt it, but I was trying to aim for it, but failed in my template usage.
Failed your template. All right. Let me see. Did I roll anything yet? No. Okay. Let me roll a deck save.
Ah,
13.
take 36 lightning damage.
Okay. So once again, just as you're swooping around for this, everyone here would see this creature reaching up, probably just over the canyon wall. It hears this music, and you just see the faintest of smiles creeping over its face, and then a lightning bolt strikes it in the back. Electricity just surges over its flesh, and it immediately turns around towards you, Carius, to retaliate. I'm going to have everyone roll initiative at this point,
That
because
sounds about right.
this thing just got zapped. Okay, let me not put these on the turn though. Keep one on there.
Ah, my glaive has initiative this time.
No. All right.
I do actually have my glaive with me because I would have grabbed it when we landed.
Do you want to try rolling yours and see if it works? You got it on your table
Whoops,
first.
Daisy indeed.
And then you roll yours, see if it works.
No.
Hmm.
For some reason, it won't let us roll initiative on either of our sheets.
Okay. Do you want to try and click it from the battle encounter? So the second tab, be a dice icon.
Oh yeah, that
Oh,
worked.
yeah.
There we go.
Hey,
Cool.
Oh, look at you!
Oh
Hey,
god.
natural 20.
Oh no,
So-
I'm not ready in a fight with the power of happiness.
Well-
She's busy having a little party here.
Andy's literally slowly turning into Peter Pan.
Yes, she is actually. Come to think of it, she's now got a shadow that
She
you
has
know.
a murderous shadow.
She's got a murderous shadow. She's
Surrender.
collecting lost people.
yep.
And think of the happiest things. It's the same as having wings.
So,
She just needs
we
a pixie.
Yep.
So, Andy, you see this lonely-looking
She's got a
creature.
silver plate.
This lonely-looking creature with the sorrowful wail seems to have reached up, looking over at you guys, and just about to smile when it is struck by lightning. And what do?
She's just gonna keep on singing and seeing that this thing kind of smiled. She's getting the violin out now as well, and she's just gonna keep on playing and singing and trying to make happy. She's gonna fight this thing with happiness.
Toxic positivity.
Yeah, go ahead. Just roll me another performance check as well.
I'm positive this won't work.
Damn.
25, even better this time. Now that you realize what you're singing for or to,
And she can belt it out as well.
yeah, you direct it towards them, belting it out, and they hear it for sure. Then they're also looking around at the skies, trying to see whatever just zapped it, and their eyes are locked on to you, Carius.
And hey, it's a cavern, so the sound will bounce around them beautifully.
Yeah, the acoustics will be fantastic.
It would. All right, what do you guys do, Lavelle? All right.
There's not much to. Do you want to distract it somehow? One sec. How much is that to the? I can get to it, but I also want to get above it, about 60 feet above it as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna do what Lavillan do best and do something reckless.
Good lord. Go ahead. Tell me what you're doing.
Oh, I can't do it this turn. I'm just used.
Oh, yes. Okay. All right.
How?
I don't see your token. Oh, you're underneath me.
Yeah.
What size of creature is it?
Large. Carius.
Well, let's see if I can make it a captive audience then in this case. Alright, let's see if this works. I mean, it doesn't look like a strong creature, so let's see if this works. Where is it? This will drop the concentration on my altar self, but at the moment that's kind of not that useful, so let's try and watery sphere it.
Okay. Wisdom or strength? Oh, strength save.
Strength, and it rolled and it got a 9.
No good. Okay. It is definitely
Restrained.
restrained. Yeah.
And then for my bonus action, which is a feature I always forget to do, I'm going to consume a 4th level spell slot to restore 4 sorcery points.
Alright, nice.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's sort of my
end of
turn.
your go?
Yep.
Done? Alright. Irina. You just hear the splashing of water now. Just around the corner.
Yeah, I'm gonna slowly move up and just sort of poke my head round. I assume it's a case of I see what I see.
You definitely see that, and you see the massive body of water barely containing it. One of its limbs is still poking out, trying to pop the bubble, but it seems like it's pulling them in faster than it can try to escape.
I'm just gonna sort of look at Carius. If I pew, will it?
No, it needs to break out of it.
Oh, okay. So I can still get through it.
Yep.
You can still attack it.
Sweet.
And it's restrained, so does that give advantage on range?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, here come the Eldritch Blast. It's target.
Yeah.
Where's Bob?
Still having his very long conversation, no doubt, saying we need to talk. No food. We need to talk. No food.
Greatest distraction.
Again, advantage doesn't work on my keyboard, so I'm gonna have to do it twice. So is it easier if I target him or not?
Yeah, just target him.
Okay, so with advantage, that's a 19. So the second one hits. Number 2.
Okay.
The 25.
Hits.
Hit. And then the last one, that's a 16.
Which means he explodes.
Yeah.
He does. You got another 2d6.
You stood right next to it.
It doesn't hit them because they're my companions.
And then
Yeah,
Bob-
but
Thankfully-
still, he explodes. So
Irina is able to manipulate the explosion now to not harm allies. In a way, it's less
Kind
fire
of like,
damage.
like, you're a friend, you're a friend, you're a friend, you're a friend.
so it even deter the gore from falling on them.
Well, this is how it looks to me in my head. When it explodes, it's pouring out of its like eyes and mouth as this kind of wispy soul-like fire. It's like what Candlewick does is ignites the life energy within them, and of which there isn't much, but instead their husk burns like kindling. It's actually even easier to set afire. There's almost a lack of soul. Their insides effectively just char and sizzle, and it's looking rough immediately after this kind of explosion of flame from its socketless eyes.
And then I'm just going to, with my last little bit of movement, just duck back behind here.
Okay. And it is its go. We'll turn on you, Carius. You're the one concentrating on the spell.
How?
And it will.
How? Like we are like 50 feet up.
50 feet up?
Yeah.
Perfect. It fires its harpoon arm at you, Carius.
Oh. It still reaches at that. No way.
Well, that's me unconscious.
Yeah, way. This creature somehow looks up even through the flames. Even with, I think it has disadvantage though, doesn't it? Because it's restrained. So let me just roll it again.
Please miss.
Let's see if it gets a miss. 13.
That's a miss.
Whoa, okay. All right.
I'll take
The swirling water manages to rotate its body around just in time as its arm strains back, trying to fire off the harpoon. And yeah, it just grazes past you. shattering the rock behind you, and its arm is recoiling already. And I don't think it can do anything else other than that. So, but what it will do, in fact, as its other turn, it will just let out this wailful moan that echoes just as loudly as the singing into this canyon. And as it does, you can hear very clearly sounds of those screeching barks suddenly rising in a chorus and heading towards you guys. And all of the Fire Dynasty soldiers look around and say, okay, I think this singing at least lured this thing out, but I think it's time to run. And they look around to each other and they go, the triage is just beyond this canyon. If we can run, we can maybe make it in time. I don't want to have to fight off another horde of those things.
They're
gonna begin running.
Obviously, I'm in front of them. I'm literally gonna be okay, but like wait, and we run as a group because you guys, you're 2 men down, and if you want them to get out of here alive, you need to be careful. So we move as a group.
Okay. They'll hold their action to move. Kushan? But they're going to be the bottom, by the way. So if they move now, then they have a little bit of a extra movement.
Okay, well then they can move like up to say maybe this area here. I don't know if you can see where my mouse is, but like if
ping it. Oh, up.
I'm just gonna move Irina for a second. There.
Yeah, you can ping it. It's fine. I'll move them to you, and then they're going to hold their action to dash. That's what they're doing. Okay. Kashan, you're up.
Rave's over.
Muted.
Thank you. Can I climb over this?
Yeah, you can.
Sweet.
With nothing, no problem at all.
Cool. So I shall climb over top, and I see this thing
in a giant bubble.
When you get to the top, Kashan, look, you do see that thing is like stuck in a bubble. You've got a much better view across the entire plateau and the tops of the canyon.
Right.
You can see coming around corners, coming around several canyon walls, there are more of those wretched little pug-like things in swarms from both the north and the south. They're on their way.
Oh boy. So I'll just point to them and say, "There's more coming," and I'm gonna whip this one. While it's in a bubble. Yeah. No, doesn't like that. Oh, it did like that.
Oh boy, coming fast. I should add.
Did a 13 hit?
Yeah, it did. You've got advantage on the attack anyway.
It
so
is
that
restrained. Yeah.
First one is instead a
27.
20, yeah, so it's instead of 27. 100%.
And bonus action, I'm just going to go for an unarmed strike.
Okay. Don't forget to target it. Okay.
Cool. And I think that'll be my turn.
Did 7,
27.
9, and 11. All right, nice. Okay, yeah. You got the mobile feed, don't you? Oh. No, you don't. You got
Sentinel.
No. Sentinel.
Okay. So it can take an attack of opportunity. It does so with disadvantage still. Oh.
Attack of opportunity?
Oh yeah, I thought you moved your token away.
No.
Okay. All right, then you're staying in there. Okay. All right. Let's get rid of these. All right. At the top of the round, Andy, you're up, and singing seems to have stopped, but it has been replaced by the sounds of those hungry, wretched creatures.
These toothy abominations, do they have eyes?
This one doesn't, but it seems to look around as though it does. Like visibly, no eyes, but
And the things up on the cliff?
the things up on the cliff, they do have eyes. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so have I got enough movement to get within 60 foot of them?
Yeah, you could get in within range of one set of them.
Well, yeah, if you get
That's fine. She's gonna run up and she basically shouts to Irina and says, "Can you create a bonfire near them?"
I can do that.
Because what I want to do is I want to hold the spell Pyrotechnics and set off a load of fireworks right by them as soon as Irina's created this bonfire, and they have to do a Constitution saving throw or they're blinded.
Oh, all right. I like it. They are going right now. So as they get to the top, you can let loose that spell right away.
But she
If they-
needs a source of fire.
I need a source of fire, so I need her to make a
Oh, that's
bonfire.
Fire.
Yeah. But then the Genasi are fire, right?
I was
That's
about to
true,
say, yeah.
but they're right by me.
Yep, that
Excuse
works.
me?
Or you could use their fire and then like hurl it together and then throw it.
Yeah?
I'll
If I'm
allow
allowed
that
to do that, yeah.
easily.
I'll do
Yeah,
it that
that
way.
works.
Can I just borrow a bit of your hair?
Like yes, quickly, whatever it takes.
She'll kind of like cast a spell and lob it at the creatures. And they're just...
Cool. These creatures are so used to being in the darkness of the Shadowfell that they do not expect a bright, flashing, fiery substance in front of their faces. And it's the first bit of color you realize. It's the first bit of color you've seen in a while. You kind of got used to perhaps the grey. But now, as you see this explosion of red, yellow, and orange, it lights up the night sky. I'm going to roll with disadvantage because of that. They simply are very bad at this. Okay, all of them are blind, I think. What's your DC? Definitely higher than 14.
Yeah, it's like 18,
Yeah,
I
it's
think.
17. Yeah, it's 17.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
This squad of little wretched creatures are completely blinded.
Yeah, that worked.
And-
I haven't used that in so long. I only
And
used
it
to
was-
use it for entertainment.
It's pretty entertaining.
Because they're blind, and they were about to run down and climb down the cliff.
Can
They
we
don't
go
know
roll?
where the
They
cliff
roll.
ends. They just run off the edge.
Yeah.
They just literally run off the edge. They're completely blind. Yeah, you can roll. How high did I say it was? 60 foot, didn't I?
Yeah.
Good lord. Hey, Andy, do you want to roll 66 for me?
66.
Yeah.
I think these things are dead. They have like 10 HP.
Yeah, they're very much dead.
You'd have to min roll on all of them.
There it is.
25.
Oh, nice. So not only did you blind them, but they run off the edge like lemmings. They tumble down, crack, bounce, and splat finally at the bottom.
That worked better than I thought it would.
Sounds good. Played. Okay, dead. Very dead. Okay, let's deal with one of them. One little squad of them. Okay, next. It is Llewellyn.
So, the bat sort of turns its head towards Carriers. Does a little noise, okay?
Carius grabs onto his glaive in anticipation. But he's holding on to it anyway.
Bat opens its mouth extremely wide and dive bomb bites it.
Go with advantage.
Yeah. Which is
Shift click.
20 plus 4 with advantage. Do you go? 22. It's only 1d6.
Yep.
It's only 1d6 plus 2. Still, I'm helping. Oh, max damage.
Okay.
And now, if you want to shocking grasp it or anything, I don't know.
It seems as though your bat claw and wing, it's tearing into it a little bit, but it's not rending it away. It's just picking at the flesh, not doing as much damage as you hoped.
I just wanted to help, and I thought that would be cool.
Remembered that as well. Same thing with you, Kashan. As you were like punching it, it didn't feel like you was getting a good solid hit.
But
It felt like the flesh was kind of spongy almost. As you pulled away, you saw like just threads of shadow pulling away from your fist.
even though
Seems
Kshunt
like
is
this-
magical, perhaps.
Yep.
That... Oh, okay, interesting. Where you
It's
see
almost
that?
as if like it itself has this similar shroud of shadow over it. Okay. Okay, Carius, you're up.
While it's soaking wet, I'm now right next to it. I'm just going to roll that again just in case it crits. Because I forgot to roll with advantage. It did not. So, 13 lightning damage. And then
13 lightning damage.
Yep.
That does seem to be effective. It does produce a bit of light itself, and you can see as it sparks around it. It's also in water, isn't it? So it's almost like conducting it. It looks on its last legs at this point. It's just being shocked and fried in the water.
There's 2 sorcery. Right, just checking. Yep, 2 sorcery points will quicken. And Carius will... Yeah, he'll just go for bring round his other fist and... Or just, like, grabbed hold of it, shocks it, and then just like, nope, still alive, okay. Have some more. With the quicken spell.
Oh. Is it 11 total?
Yep. Plus the 13 before, so...
It is barely alive. Barely alive. It's fried in the water. It's just hardly moving. Irina might be able to just finish it. Any movement, or you're on top of Llewellyn, aren't you?
Yep.
Yeah, and in that case,
I don't want to
Irina,
provoke attack. Actually, wait, no, it doesn't have reactions. I'm on my glaive.
Alright.
I'll just...
Run away! Cool. Alright, Irina.
Okay, which way does Candlewick want to go? Because it splits into 2 here.
It does look like it's split into 2, but you've been following along this canyon for like the last 10 minutes now. It's been a pretty much straight path.
Okay, so if I keep towards where Carius is, that's where I want to be going.
Yeah, you're just heading in a straight west direction.
Cool. I'm going to go sort of here and then usher the Ganassi to run.
Okay.
And then I'm going to pop a shot at this guy in passing. Would help if I found my sheet. Where am I?
Yeah,
Is it still with advantage?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's a 21 to hit. 3 points of damage.
Someone roll more than 6. Yeah, it takes the hit, turns towards you, and raises both of its arms as if it's about to fire back at you. You need to hit it one more.
Then?
Yeah, one more hit.
Okay. 26.
There it is. Okay, finally, just before it launches its final attack, Counterwick, the electricity and the crushing of the water, just eventually this thing just falls apart in the water, and you see its limbs floating there, charred and zapped. Oof. Alright, dead.
Are there any of those other little things running around?
You hear their barking and screeching from the south.
Okay, in which case I'm going to stay to the back of the group. And obviously, I've got, I think, another 20 foot of movement.
Yep.
So if we move forward another 20 feet, but I'm going to stay at the back of the group in case any of these things mosey up behind.
Okay. And you hear them getting closer as they've just taken a turn to dash. And they may have just crawled down the canyon wall from your viewpoint, Llewellyn. And the soldiers are going to So should we move? Should we go?
Yeah, that's what I basically said to them. Yeah, move towards where Carius is, and then obviously I'm sticking behind them.
Okay, they get towards you, Carius, and they're gonna just hold their dash again. Okay, Kishan.
So then,
You can probably
Ooh.
see them from where you are at the top. 3 more heading from the south.
Oh, okay. Great. I'm going to stop and why not? 50. Yeah, screw it, why not?
Okay.
Come on.
Leaping down from there, whack straight on it. You kill the first one in 1 hit just by landing on it.
Awesome. That's really annoying though, because I have to bonus action dash. Wait, no, I have 5 feet of movement. Or 55. Because of something. But it doesn't get me any further. Bonus action dash. Going for the left one.
That one's injured but not dead.
Perfect. That's unfortunately my turn. Killed.
Okay. At bottom of the round, more barking, more screeching, and you can hear another wave. In addition to that, you hear something else as well. This rumbling sound sounds like a stomach, but then it kind of opens up into like a gurgling sound, and then a sharp inhalation. Whatever it is, didn't sound natural, human, or friendly. And there was one coming from the south, and it sounds like an echo, but from your point, Kajan, you can actually see the creature. There is a visible thing exuding this sound. One at the top, one at the bottom. You see it at the top. I'll give you a little image of it. It's kind of webbed, clawed hands all over the canyon wall, looks down, and its jaw elongates and hyperextends as it makes that gurgling sound. It looks very hungry. Okay. Let's add him on the turn order. Hop, hop, bang, 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 bang. Alright. Back to the top of the round, Andy.
Hey, new plan. Let's just run. Because these things keep coming. Let's just run.
Yep.
We need to keep going. Otherwise, I think these things are going to keep coming. So whichever way we were going, yeah.
Okay.
Get the Ganassi. We're getting out of here as fast as we can.
yeah, Carius, you take point because you're in need of healing.
So
Yeah.
are you.
I can manage from a distance, but obviously Carius has quite a strong lightning bolt if anything goes wrong.
Yep.
And he can fly up, so he can spot anything oncoming, whereas I cannot. So Carius takes point, we got the back.
Alright. So Andy, did you want to dash as an action? Or is that something else you want to do?
She'll want to keep pace to make sure she's beside Irina. So
Okay. In that case, you can get to there and then move with her when it comes around to her.
yeah.
You'd
So
literally
hold
be
your
side by
dash.
side.
Can you do that?
Can you hold it down?
Yeah, you're basically going to hold your action to dash.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Top of the round. Okay, the hungry apparently is very hungry because he is at the top of initiative with that natural 20. He's going to run towards you, skid down the side here, dash, and he's right on top of you there, Kishan. So he has to dash to get you. Right, Velen.
Right where I want to be.
Yeah.
Right. So, am I able to do a pickup.
Yeah, you
in
can
my
pick up
turn.
one person, no problem. You'd be moving at half speed though.
As a giant bat.
Yeah,
No.
I'm gonna say.
Okay. Because I've lifted 2 people before with a giant eagle. All right. I'll just grab as many as I can, which is I'll pick up.
Especially take the 2 wounded.
Yes, I was
Rich.
thinking I will grab one of these that look the most injured, but the walking ones. And with my gnashers, I will grab onto the ropes that are holding the 2 that are levitating because they weigh nothing.
Well, there's one that's levitating.
Which is
Thought-
the
Yeah,
one.
I've got the one that's levitating.
Oh, I thought there was.
Yeah.
I thought they were both levitating.
Yeah, Irene's got
just
the
assuming it's-
dead balloon.
I'm just gonna assume it's right next to Irene at all times for the next while.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I'll just grab one of them then.
Okay, one of them. Which one? The injured one or one that's running?
The other injured one, I'd say then.
Okay. Yeah, the one on the stretcher. He's unconscious. Okay, he's there, lifted up.
Yeah, just to make things easier, and then I'll how much did I move? I moved 25 feet, and I'll go the rest upwards.
Okay, how much?
I got another 35 feet.
That puts you about 45,
Yeah, pretty much.
I think. All right.
No,
We'll go with that.
it'd be about 40. Call it 40.
All right, 40. No problem. Okay. As you fly up, you can see a similar squad is coming down pretty quick towards your flank. He's coming right now.
Is that an action? Is that an action to grab, by the way?
No.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying it's half movement
Yeah.
to fly back up.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just call it that then.
All right, this one is going to run, leap off the edge of this, because that cliff edge is probably 20 feet up, and then another 20, and then finally the 60 at the top. It's going to leap off and try to attack you there, Carius.
Oh,
You're
no.
only 20 feet up.
Yep.
All right, in that case, let's give it a shot.
I'd rather you didn't give it a shot, but you know.
Actually, yeah, no, there it is. There it is. Okay, claws. So it's just going to be a flat roll. Leaps off these webbed hands, gripping towards you.
Ah,
17.
miss.
How? Man, that's rough.
My armor is
Okay.
just good enough.
Yeah, good enough. That is impressive. Oh, he does have a multi attack. Let's just see if he can cling on to the glaive and then slash at you.
Ah, you
15?
missed
No,
again.
it ain't gonna do it. It ain't gonna do it. Okay, his hands fall away, and you see he is falling now. But then it's sudden spasm from his neck. His jaw elongates, hyperextends, and snaps towards you for one last bite. And also misses. I roll and poop. He
Yep.
then falls at 20 feet and takes 12 points of bludgeoning damage,
Wow, max damage.
landing right in among the group of soldiers. It's probably starting to get back up as well, but the soldiers are freaking out. They're like, ah, ah. Okay, what is this? Hey, Kishan, more friends for you. They are swarming you, buddy. They do have to dash together. They have surrounded you. Carius, you're up.
Oh god, what's my best move here? I've got the sorcery points if I want to try to pull this off. Okay, so gonna have to do this at 4th level, which kind of sucks, but because I'm out of lower level spell slots. But let's try to take out these 3 little things.
Shatter.
Yep.
And your
All
con
3.
save is 17, yeah?
Yep. So all 3 of them failed.
And all 3 of them pop
All right, and then
like popcorn.
and then I'm gonna fly 20 feet down, quicken a
Gareth?
spell.
Okay,
Punch.
just before you do that,
Yeah.
that shatter that went off was so explosive and cacophonous that that section of cavern and canyon collapses in and of itself. You see the crack fissure along the stone, and what you normally expect it to be quite sturdy, it crumbles like ash.
So have I sealed off that way entrance?
That way is completely sealed off and just demolished.
Right, but anyway, Karis is going to fly 20 feet down, quicken a spell, and he's going to punch this one in the face with a shocking grasp.
Shocking punch. Oh wow, nice. Cool.
Which removes its reaction, allowing the others to flee.
Good job.
And then Karis will fly 30 feet this way, because he's going to try to assist Kashan, because Kashan is sort of surrounded. And potentially... I don't have any more chat.
Wait,
Yeah.
I'm surrounded?
Yeah, you've got like 6 enemies around you.
No, I'm not stuck in there with them.
I know.
They're stuck in there with me.
But Carius is just being cautious. He doesn't want to leave anyone behind.
They're surrounded by Khajiit.
Right.
Alright. It is...
Irina, wreck that thing.
Let me see where it is. What is this? That's the dead ones. Never mind.
That's the
They
ones
were about to come down.
Exactly.
They're buried beneath the rubble. And yeah, it's almost as if not just the structures in this place are ruined, but even the rock itself seems to have lost its hardy and sturdiness. Crumbles. Irina, what do you do?
Right, I am gonna move here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna obviously yell at the Ganassi to run, but before they start running, I am going to do my Eldritch Blasts. And I'm using the Hadar, not Hadar, what is it? The thing where I pull it 10 feet towards me, so that they can run past without getting...
Grasp of Hadar.
Something like that, yeah. Because I've got Arms of Hadar and Grasp of Hadar, I think. I just get them mixed.
And then there's Hunger of Hadar. I don't know if you had that one. Yeah.
So I'm gonna fire number 1. It's a 17.
Is actually just a hit.
Okay.
Cool. And you want to drag it.
Yeah.
Nice. And again.
No,
it
only happens on the first hit.
Okay.
It doesn't happen on the other 2 hits, I don't think.
Nice.
And then
all right.
Last hit. Nope.
Damn. Okay. So what you see is Candlewick again seems to be more condensed in this form. Actually appears as a humanoid figure shrouded in smoke. Wraps his arms and hands around its mouth, and I literally pulls away its cheeks as it's trying to reach towards the shoulders. It's like, ah, ah. All right. That is your go. You want to move any more? You've still got 20 foot of movement.
Yeah, because I've obviously pulled it 10 foot towards me, I now want to sort of go, no. And kind of move there. Okay. And then obviously if the Ganassi are going to leg it and then use their dash to keep running.
Because this is your trigger for your held action, Andy, you can move up to 30 feet in a direction you want.
So you run too.
Yeah, I run too.
Okay. Do you want to catch up to these guys?
I think what I'll do is, I'll kind of
you can get in amongst them.
In amongst them, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm little, I can hide.
That is going to be their turn right now. Just as you catch up to them, 2 of them sprint off ahead. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Together though. No.
It's at this point they begin to experience some rough terrain. Up here, it's not just a flat path. They're kind of in amongst 2 like steep canyon walls. So they get to there and it's rough. As for the other guys, they're the ones carrying this stretcher. I'm just going to arrange them as such. They're going to go 5, 10. No. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So that's as far as they can get. They're squeezing. These guys can go 5, 10. That's as far as they get. Okay, that's their progress. Kashan, you're up.
Gotcha. So my first strike is going to go to the big boy.
Okay.
Right. Constitution saving throw.
The stuns
The
begin.
big one. Stun. We just check here. Nope, it's a flat. Oh,
That's a fail. Beautiful. That
right
was
in
the
the
one
throat.
I needed. One to the right. Yep.
Punch it. Your fist goes through it and out of the back end of it.
Yep.
Cool.
Wow.
Flurry of blows. Unarmed strike. Yep. Oh shit! Sorry, didn't mean to do that as advantage. That would have been a 13.
Okay, that's still a hit. This was the other
Oh,
one you were injured, but you can.
yes.
These two are both injured now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna carve past. Yep.
And that second hit cracks it across the head. Falls to the ground, skids away. You've got a path. Did you want to take it now? Question. You've still got all of that movement. It's up to you if you want to get to the others or if you want to really be the vanguard here. It's up
Yeah,
to
I'm
you.
gonna hold this side.
Okay. In that case, then prepare. Prepare yourself. Because at the top of the round, I'm adding more. And more. And more. Swarms of these things. They're like ants crawling down a nest. Except this time, accompanying them is another one of those sorrowful, wailing creatures.
Oh, that's not good.
And it looks like this one has already got one of its arms ready to be flung down towards you. The lonely areas. Work. Oh, he coming out. I don't see a token here.
Nope. I don't see a token for him either.
We'll do this instead. Backup plan.
He's back.
That one worked. That one.
Back and wearing a skull mask. It's very lame
Okay.
that he didn't get invited to the ball.
No. Okay, he looks pretty sluggish, unfortunately. So you're going to have a turn to maybe get away. He's just behind these three wretched creatures. On the other side of the canyon, they can't get through that anymore. So they'll have to start climbing up elsewhere. You know what? I'm just going to fill them up behind you. Yeah. Run them down. Okay. There they are. And accompanying these ones, I'm going to say, is that large, huge monstrosity, the angry. He has caught up along with Bob. Bob's probably still trying to chase after him. Like, no, come down. Just talk. But he's not having any of it. He's some ways off. You guys will probably have a turn before he gets anywhere close, but they are coming. You can hear their loud thud, thud, thud through the canyon. So at the top of the round, Andy's back up. You- Okay. They're making progress. It's the difficult terrain that's slowing them down.
Yeah. I can't cast any more levitates or anything like that to help them. That's the thing. Okay. So this thing that hit Carrius before, that thing is still alive, yeah.
It
Yeah.
is, but it's on the floor, kind of like zapped and electrocuted, and it's being pulled away as well. So
Okay.
not having a great time, but it is very much. There it is.
Yeah. Okay, so what she's gonna do, she's gonna keep on running with the Genasi, but as she's doing it, I am gonna cast Vicious Mockery on that thing. And she's just hurling a hell of a bunch of insults in language that you guys might not even understand, considering her type of common is slightly different from your type of common, having come from the Oasis.
Why is your
Probably Darius
vicious?
would understand
Why
it.
is your vicious mockery 9d4?
9d4?
Yeah.
That's not right.
How is
It
it
should be
9d4?
3d4.
It should be 3d4, not 9d4.
Yeah. I was just like, holy crap.
I mean, I haven't done anything to
I
the
know.
sheet, so.
I don't know why that's on that. We
Yeah,
can just
should
drag a
only
new
be
visual.
3.
Okay.
So
3d4.
yeah,
There you go.
I need to make
Okay,
a
cool.
wisdom save.
Well, he
Oh, I got
failed
a
the
D4.
wisdom save.
Oh yeah,
didn't he?
failed.
Yeah.
So 8 damage.
Yeah, very failed that. Okay, so it's got disadvantage on its next attack, and the creature reels, gnashing teeth, try to respond back, but it's got nothing. It's got no rebuttal against that. I'm not even sure if it's
Sure.
talking common. Okay,
She'll
let me just
keep
do the
moving
8.
with the Genasi, so.
Okay. Yep, you can catch up to them, and you start to realize that why they're having so much trouble. The uneven ground, the rocks that like threaten to twist your ankle in every step.
Okay,
Okay.
in that case, what she'll do, which one of them looks like it's struggling the most? Because probably some of them are struggling more than others, I would suspect, considering their injuries
2
and
with the
stuff.
stretcher are having trouble.
Okay, she will help the ones with the stretcher, so I know that will probably harbor movement or whatever, but she's gonna help them keep the stretcher going. Can't do levitate on it because she's still got it.
I
on
imagine
the-
they've
on
got
that balloon.
They've got either end of the stretcher and you're underneath propping
Yeah,
up.
she's underneath it, propping it up because
I
I'm
thought-
guessing these
I
guys
like-
are a lot taller than she is. So
I like that image. Okay, cool. I'll say that they can move a little tad faster. It's still going to be difficult terrain, but they're not going to be as slowed by just having to carry someone. Okay, the wretched. They are swarming behind you guys. One of them, fine. Okay, here. Gnashing teeth could be heard coming up behind you there, Irina. And he's going to dash to get all the way up to you. All the way up.
It's the reading
This
rods.
one's going to come up behind Kishan. Can I dash together? No, barely. And this one, yeah, same again. Dashes to catch up to you, Irina. Okay, they're fast. I keep rolling nat 20s on my initiative, so they're up. All right, the hungry is stunned. You just punched it in the back of the throat as its mouth has gone up to like this wide, and you just like, ugh.
Eat this.
Llewellyn. You're up, Llewellyn.
So I'm just gonna keep with the crowd, pulling this one along because that's like what, 60 feet if I'm moving at half.
Okay, you want to go all the way to the end of the canyon?
I guess that's as far as I can get that way. If I'm dragging,
What's the oh crap?
it's
What's
60.
your flight? Your flight is
60.
60, yeah.
Yes, I'd be dashing.
Okay. I'm gonna knock off that much because you just have to go a bit of an angle to get over this rock.
Okay, no worries.
So you're effectively 60 foot up in the air now
Keeping
with this guy.
Yeah.
And give me a perception check as well. You're just flying over.
Wisdom, which is +1. Perception.
Yeah, with advantage actually because you have got echolocation. Keen.
Good.
Okay.
6 and a 2.
No, it's not good at all. Yep. You just see some shadows in the distance. Very hard to see. You're relying on hearing, and right now, all you can hear is the combat. Probably still that ringing from the shatter that was very sensitive to your ears.
Yeah.
But that's it. Okay. The hungry that is over here gets up off the ground. Looks up to see Carius is getting away. Okay, it's got 2 central targets to go for here. Carius, you're only 5 feet off the ground.
Yeah, because I had to come down
It
to
is-
shocking
It is
grasp.
rushing after you. Oh man, well, you know what? I'm gonna leave this after chance. 1, it goes for a soldier. 2, it goes for Carius, and 3, it goes for Irina. Because it isn't picking targets. It's hungry and gnashing. It just wants whatever's potentially closest. Yeah, it's going for Irina. That makes sense. Goes for the closest, freshest soul. Irina, as it makes its first swing, it's still reeling from that horrible, vicious mockery. It's going to do so with disadvantage. So misses, thankfully. The second swipe comes around. That one's going to hit. 18 points of damage. And if you're medium or smaller, you are grappled and restrained. Yikes. This thing grips around your throat, lifting you up. It has got one last attack. I know, Governor of.
But at least can't attack with its claws, I suppose.
Nope, it's the bite. With advantage, because you're restrained. Lifted up, hoisted, and completely helpless, trying to defend yourself. Its massive, elongated jaws snap towards your arm. And Irina,
I'm down.
that is not good. Irina is unconscious. The last thing you perhaps hear from there is this teeth gnawing down, and then a shadowy burst expands from around that corner. These creatures are vicious. Carius, you're up.
Alright, I just gotta try to... Okay, yeah, I can do it. Okay. Kind of a weird way of doing this, but Karis is actually going to...
Gonna go around.
Yeah, so he's gone round, essentially.
Okay.
Position himself there, which I... No, I need... Sorry, where was I? Was there... Yeah, I want to position myself here next to this one. I should have the movement to do.
These guys, these are the ones.
Actually, wait. Can I undo my movement a sec? I actually want to be there. I don't know if I've got enough to get there now that I'm thinking about it.
You want to fly over all these things? Because
Uh,
if so, that would just be...
If I can. Actually, no, I can get
Where do you
there.
wanna
I
go?
can go there. And then. Damn it, that's not quite far enough. Ah. Sorry, maths is not my strong point.
You got 60 foot of flight, right?
50.
50.
Alright, 30 to there. 20 to there. Yep. That's not exactly where I want it to be. It's annoying.
Well, where do you want to be? Because you're already 5 foot up. You could be over the top of these.
I want it to be there.
Oh, I see.
But I can't quite get there, so... Oh.
I'll allow it to be 5 foot of movement. I can see where you're trying to get. These rocks, you can probably skirt around them because they're not as high as the others.
Okay.
So if you want to get there,
Okay, because the first step of my turn... Where's the spell gone? One of my main spells, which I don't think I've ever actually used. Gonna put the...
Thunder Wave.
Yeah.
Nice.
And...
They all fail, I think.
Yeah, and because that is a first level or higher that deals fire or thunder damage, thunder or lightning damage, they also take lightning damage equal to half my sorcerer level, so they take 6 lightning damage each, all 3 of them, because they're within
Which
10 feet of me.
matters a big deal here because That extra 6 is enough to wipe out these two wretched, who look like they're trying to get choice bits of Irina as she's being like lifted up. They are blasted away and splattered across the side of the canyon. This guy, who had Irina gripped, is then launched backwards 10 feet, 15 feet? 10 feet, okay. So he's 5, 10, pushed back and falls prone as well? Or is it just pushed back? Yeah, just pushed back. Okay. So Irina just sort of collapses back to the ground. You positioned that just perfectly, so only he got pushed back and not Irina.
Yeah, but
Glaive,
fortunately I don't have range.
anything else?
Because it might be the only chance of me getting back. Actually, I'm gonna quicken a spell.
Okay.
And stop targeting things. Just target him. And I'm gonna quicken him with my own vicious mockery. But he makes the save, so it doesn't matter.
Does make the save.
Yeah.
Perhaps its ringing ears can't quite hear your insults over the sound of that thunderous explosion.
And then Karis is like, Andy, we may need backup here.
Okay. You can see it's like thrashing and charging back to get towards where you guys are. Irina, please make a saving throw. That is one fail. However, you'll be pleased to know you don't take 2 guaranteed fails from these wretched who were about to pummel and rip you apart. They are bits of meat up against the canyon wall now. Even the smallest of enemies can be a deadly threat in this kind of situation. The ones on Kashan's side, however, are getting closer. Let me see here. In fact, I'm pretty sure they should be all having goes right about now. Yeah. Have I just forgotten where they are? Why have I just put a skull on Karis?
I'm not dead yet.
I threw a wretched on top of you for some reason. Threw a corpse at you.
Ah!
Yeah. My bad.
Oh, no, they're on top of me again.
There you go.
They seem to really want to beat Carius. He's a wretched magnet.
Oh, I know.
I think it's one
It's
of
the
them.
one that's dead.
Yeah.
Basically, I've got they're in a swarm of 3. The one that is dead actually just goes just before Carius. So 3 attacks on Kashan with disadvantage because you still got the cloak, right? Yep, cool. Here they come. Nash. They got a little bit of flanking going on, and they do have pack tactics, so they're going to be a flat roll.
Oh no.
Yeah. Okay.
Miss.
1. 2.
Miss.
Miss. I rolled just under your AC there. You see them piling on top of you with elbows, knees, even a headbutt on one of them. They're just not getting through your like multi-armed defense maneuver and stance is just too blisteringly fast for them to get a bite in. Okay, but as they finish their bites, 3 more of them leap from the canyon wall, landing on your shoulder, one on top of your head. But they have to dash together. Okay, Kashan. Oh wait, no. The 5 Janashi soldiers are gonna make their move. Okay. So they can go 60 foot. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 25, 30. As far as they get. Kashan, you're up.
Cool. Sweet. So I'm gonna make a couple of bonks. In fact, you know what? No, I'm not, because I can escape that way. Bonus action disengage.
Okay, sure.
Uh,
They all attempt to bite you, but you're easily ducking underneath them, kicking one away to make a path for yourself.
that's fine. I get to here, and I'm assuming I
Feline.
see Irina at this point.
You do, yes. And mostly this creature's
That was
the one that similar one to the one you stunned a second ago.
gotcha.
You've got enough movement to get all the way over there.
Yeah, feline agility. He didn't move
Yeah.
last turn.
Yeah.
One side of the battlefield to the next. You're there in
Uh,
an instant.
So I just need to check the wind.
I think you can use that to disengage.
Disengage or dash. Okay. Okay, so in that case, I'm going to have to use my dash,
Yeah.
and I'm going to run over, throw Irina over my shoulder. We'll call that
Sack of potatoes!
95.
125
That's
for that
100.
you've done.
That's 100 feet so far. I moved 85 to get to there,
Oh, yeah.
and then
Yeah.
15 to get to Irina. And so I will use my dash. Technically, I still have 10 feet of movement from that, because I still have a +5 from somewhere, don't I?
Yes,
remember
because
where that-
as long as you're in dim light and shadows, you have extra movement. And that is everywhere in this plane, so you're good to go. You've just got extra movement for being in this plane, basically.
So I think I
Yep.
can move to there,
Okay.
and that would be it with Irina over my shoulder.
Mm-hmm. This Homebrew does spin around, but you're just a blur of shade as it tries to swipe through you. It's actually hitting your shadow on the ground and kicks up some of the dirt. Okay. Just in time, because that creature, the lonely looking one, reaches forward and was about to harpoon you in the back as you were running, but it's too slow to catch up to you. So it's instead going to meander its way across the wall, across the canyon wall. Yeah, let's leave it somewhere over here. Okay. And oops, the angry are at the very, very far end of the canyon. They are pushing their way up. How far do they get? Oh, I can go move pretty fast, actually.
Decent.
So, yep, it's enough movement to get up to you, Karis.
Oh.
That's it. They lumber towards you. By the way, this is indeed probably Bob and the other angry.
Which one is
Oh.
Bob and which one isn't? Because one
Okay,
of
this one's Bob.
so that's the friendly one.
I'll put the hearts on him. There you go.
Yeah.
So
He's
Carius,
still trying to hold on to him, like, no, talk! But this one has ignored him the whole time and dashed towards you, Carius.
he dashed. So it's okay.
Oh god.
Okay. All the round.
Kind of changes my turn a bit.
Yeah, Bob.
More wretched. Swarming up behind. Not you. Okay. Let me just add those to the turn order. And lastly, you. There we go. All right. Andy, back to you.
Okay, she's gonna run up to Kishana and Irina. Because thankfully, Kishan, thank you for bringing Irina closer, because that means she doesn't need to do the healing word. She can do cure wounds instead, and she's gonna do it at her highest 6th level spell slot. And she's like, nope, we need to get her up.
You're welcome.
My only 6th level spell slot, so 35.
I smoke out, but
Which was for some reason healed the hungry. I saw the HP pop up.
Did your unconscious clammy hand still hold on to our levitating body?
well, I tied it round my wrist,
Okay.
so Sean's grabbed me and picked me up, and I'm just trying. It's like a helium balloon. Boom, 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 boom.
It's like when you win 2 toys at the Chlora keg.
Yeah, that.
But at least she's up. Okay, cool.
Yes.
We passed the hungry, and I'm just like, screw you!
Just keep running.
Right. You've got 20-foot of movement left. This all here is going to be difficult terrain
That's
from
fine.
your point. So you can get 5, 10, and that's about it. All right. Arena is up. That is the most important thing, and that thing is still hungering after you. One at the bottom, he's recovered from the stun. Gonna sprint along.
Don't have any bigs.
And Llewellyn, you'll go.
Keep moving. I'll to drop my polymorph up here and do something. Fuck it. I'm gonna drop my polymorph up here. Because I can always polymorph again on the next turn. And behind Irina, I am going to drop a wall of fire going across.
Ooh.
Facing outwards, obviously.
Okay.
Hopefully hurting it. Right?
Yeah. And basically anything that's chasing us shouldn't be able to get to us without going through that. I'll knock it off.
They will have to roll a deck save or burn.
Yeah, where is it? I'll have to cast it.
Yeah, make sure you knock it off.
I have to cast it at 5th level as well.
Kind of wish you had a way that it could stop it. Because...
Yeah. Oh, it didn't let me do a template. It didn't even give me a choice.
Not template. I can drag one out. That's fine. All right. So just here.
Yeah.
Or here?
No. Pretty much there. Yeah.
Cool.
This is
All right.
best.
Facing that way.
Yeah. So it has to go through or around basically.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
And it,
Yeah. As soon as it goes through, that's when it takes the damage.
but
yes,
because it's within its area, it would have to make a deck save now, I think.
When it ends its turn within 10 feet of that side.
It says when the wall appears, each creature within its area must make a deck save.
Oh, yeah, that's true as well.
Okay, it doesn't matter particularly much. If it's in its area, then it can go through it without taking damage. Or if it wants to go through it, it will take the damage when it goes through.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter much. But I'll roll a deck save now if you want.
I'll just leave it for now. Because then it has the option of going through it or not.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that's around.
Okay, Karis, you're up.
Yay. Right.
I'm still trying to hold back this guy.
Yeah. Because I don't want to undo Bob. I'm going to use my action to disengage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to fly 50 feet this way over the top of the wall of fire. So how tall is a wall of fire?
10 feet.
Okay, so I'd have to go up like 10 feet. So I'd end up about there.
20 feet high.
Yeah.
20.
Is
it 20 feet high? It is.
Wait,
20
it can
feet
be
diameter and 20 feet high. Dang.
Oh, it can be up to 60 feet long, so that's okay. Make it 60 feet long, technically.
Yeah. So Carius would fly up. Oh god, he's gonna have to fly up. So it's 20 foot tall, right? You said. So I'm 5 foot up, so I'm gonna have to go.
It's up
20.
to 20.
Yeah,
Up to 20. Yeah,
feet.
I'll just make it 10 feet high then. But
Yeah.
I'll make it 60 feet long.
yeah, and so I'll fly up 10 feet, so I'm above it. Then I'll use 40 foot of movement to get to the other side of it.
Yeah, it's much longer than I expected. I haven't used wall of fire as just a wall.
It's a long one.
I normally just do a ring, don't I?
And you know what?
True.
Because I've actually got my bonus action this turn, I'm going to target myself and I'm going to healing word myself.
Okay.
Yes.
Smart choice making that disengage. This thing would have definitely gone for you. You're feeling that hungry again?
No, I'm not meant to be.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go down to Irina.
Okay, I'm awake now.
You are.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Would my Eldritch Blasts go through the wall of fire?
Yes. But you would be
Great.
disadvantaged because you can't see the target.
Disadvantage it is. Okay.
You want to go for one of these?
I'm going for the hungry who bit me.
Yeah, that's pretty
Because
nasty.
obviously I was pointing at it as Kashan sort of, like, Andy woke me up and Kashan's obviously still got hold of me. So I'm just pointing and curse words and yeah. So it's, what button is it for disadvantage?
Control.
Control. Let's see if that does the job.
You gotta target it as well, maybe?
Yeah, it's already targeted, but it's not rolling it. Let's try that
Okay.
one.
Just roll twice then. We'll take the
I'm going
lower.
to. So 24.
24 still a hit.
Okay.
Did 5 damage.
And wouldn't that give
That
it?
is its third trigger.
Yeah.
It is. Alright, let's blow it up. Roll 2d6.
7.
Ooh. Ooh. Alright. A plume of smoke just billows out from its mouth. Actually looking injured. As in, it's rough. But it took a lot of damage to get there. These things apparently are incredibly hardy.
And I still have 2 more shots. So, disadvantage. That's 20.
Okay. It's still a hit.
It's my second hit, isn't it? Yep.
So,
So that
you
did
just
8
undo
points. The 20 did. And then last hit is... No, that's an 11. That's a
I
hit.
miss. I'm afraid. Okay. It's looking rough, but as fast as you can try and take this one down, you see more swarming just past it. Well, not anymore actually, because the wall of fire is in the way. But you can hear the stomping of the angry getting closer.
And then I will get Kashan to put me down and I will leg it.
I refuse.
Oh,
Do you?
then I...
I'm joking.
So you can get put down here. Gonna cost you half like extra movement to get anywhere. You can get to about here.
I can get to about... Yeah.
There you go. All right. Nom, 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 nom.
Oh, I hit a thing. I don't. Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, cool. Let's swarm these guys to their location. 60, 20. They're flooding in.
The
As
Ganassi
far as
have
they
been
get.
moving my turn though.
Sorry, say that again.
The Ganassi, they have been moving on my turn.
They've been moving. They were moving on your turn.
Okay.
They're now moving of their own accord.
Okie
Just because they do get more movement, I think. Well, actually, no, they kind of get the same. They've just been stuck through this little corridor here. Okay. Unfortunately, it's when disaster suddenly strikes.
Oh no, not another one of those things.
Oh.
Your bat didn't spot it all the way up there, swooping out of the shadows of these darkened clouds. Up ahead, this thing must have circumvented the whole battlefield. Is coming down towards these guys. And it's just a shame you didn't get to spot it in time because it was stealth. As it descends, it is aiming for one of these things. I'm going to say to get from down out of the clouds, down that far, it will have to dash to do that. But this thing lands right directly in front of the two who are sprinting ahead of the group. And as it lands, it just lets out this and it rears up its two claws ready to strike. Meanwhile, the guy on the top brings around his scythe, ready. In fact, he's okay to attack. Because he is just riding this thing. So, sure, let's attack this. Got 2 scythe attacks. Wing.
Oh no.
Ooh. This guy is immediately decapitated in the front. And Irina, you feel one of the candles on your fingers knocked out. As he does that, he'll dismount, come over to it, reach his hand over, and its long bony finger protrudes towards the center of his head and just sticks down on top of it. I have no idea what he's doing to him, but it does not look good. That is going to end its go. Kashan, you're up. Oh, wait. It's actually these soldiers guys go. They see this thing just slam down in front of them. One of them poorly caught off guard. Everything you can do is disengage and maybe run. Back to you, Irina. I mean, they're panicked. The guy with the stretcher is at least going to get out of that canyon. Oh, God. I'll tell you what, I'll have him disengage. They're going to fare better with this thing. They group up, huddle towards each other, but they see to the left 3 more wretched, to the right 6 more who are squeezing their way through canyon wall. It is Kashan's go.
Okay. Irina's okay now. That's good. Ah, I'm gonna have to hold the line. There's a wall of fire, but how long is that gonna be up for?
A minute, or at least a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, the big threat at the moment is that thing at the front.
At the
Yeah,
front.
You
Yep.
can get to that.
The finish line is in sight. You can see the clearing. I'm going to say that the canyon at the end is like this large archway of rock. It kind of forms like almost what looks like a finish line, effectively.
I'm gonna climb up
Okay.
because screw trying to squeeze through that with multiple people.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Run and jump.
45.
Run and jump.
Oh. Can I try and
Zippity
launch myself? Zippity yip.
Yeah, you could.
Yes.
Cool, yeah, I'll try
Yeah,
and jump and pole vault into this thing.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Come on.
Acrobatics. 15?
15? It's wasn't what I was looking for. I'll tell you this. You at least land on it, but not in a stylish way. I mean, you fall onto it, clambering and almost taking a bit of full damage yourself. You take 6 points of full damage as you
Yeah.
clamber and
Yeah,
Not the
Lavelle.
worst.
Oh, hi, Kashan. Oh, bye, Kashan.
Zippity
you
yip.
kind of like elbow drop onto it, and you're just like flailing around with its wings. Like,
What would that take to get over here?
up 20 foot of movement to go up.
So it was only my movement.
No, you don't have to
Oh.
use an action to climb.
Cool.
You're
Perfect.
tabaxi, you just have climb speed.
So in that case, I will start wailing in into it, I guess.
Okay, alright, go for it.
Thwack. Going with my bow staff. Ooh.
Okay, wow, that's a crack and a half. Yeah, 11 points.
That's also a con save, please.
For the bird clone wing.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, that's a fail.
stinky. It's stunned. Its screeching gets cut short immediately as you're like whack onto the top of the head.
And I'll turn to the rider
Mm-hmm.
and whack.
Oh. Yeah,
Con
that's a hit.
save.
Con save for him too. A little bit better con. Oh, that is also
Fail.
a stun. Damn. That is clutch.
I'm going to pick him up from the scruff and I'm going to drag him over to where the soldiers were. And I'm just going to chuck him into the middle of them.
We aren't armed! We've been running! Ah.
And I'm going to start wailing on him myself. So, flurry of blows. Nat
Oh
20.
my god, he crits.
And that's a pretty good crit too.
Just like, it doesn't matter, just stop punching.
Just stop. Look what. Follow my lead and punch him. Lead Dub's move. Alright, yep. The two aren't eager to
I
drop
do-
the stretcher, but
To be fair, I didn't realize that they were all completely unarmed, so I probably won't drag them over because that's probably a stupid move. So
no worries.
yeah,
Okay.
I'll just retcon that if that's right.
No. I was wondering. Yeah, they've been running, and plus they're very injured. Okay. Meanwhile, creeping along the side here is the lonely thing, scraping his
no.
needle-like arms. He is dashing to get there. The angry, they run forward. They're actually blind, by the way. Well, not blind, but they can't see through here.
No, Bob, no.
Bob is going to try and hold him back, like, no, don't get burned. I'm going to just roll a quick grapple check here. This is not Bob. Okay, this is Bob.
Yeah, Bob.
Bob just fully wins that.
The power
Bob
of
is like,
friendship.
no, too hot. Melty flesh. No good. He actually holds him back and saves his life from going into the wall of fire.
That's amazing.
But at the same time, it's halted its movement at the very least. Okay, at the top of the round, Andy, you're up.
The power of friendship.
And just so everyone's aware, everyone saw the glowing wing descend on that. So you all saw it. Are you muted, by the way?
Yeah, they are.
Sorry,
Oh,
we
there you
were strategizing.
All right. Cool.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's my go. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I want to get within 60 foot of the rider. I know it's half movement at the moment.
Doable.
Yeah. And she is gonna cast Cloud of Daggers at 5th level on this dude.
Okay.
Where is it? I think there.
And he auto fails the deck save, right? Because he's stunned.
There is
There's no save. This is
Oh, no
instant
save.
damage.
Oh yeah. Oh, instant damage it is then.
Oh, oh.
Nice.
So
You should be able to just click it from the chat.
It's because you're clicking your sheet. You need to make sure you click.
Yeah,
You need to close your sheet.
there we go.
Unusual.
What?
Did you upcast this?
Yep,
Yeah,
fifth
she
level.
did, 5th level.
Oh lord, 23 damage. Oh,
She's like, we just need to get the fuck out of here.
Unfortunately,
Throw the daggers.
the discussion we were having is the fact that levitate drops, so the captain
Yeah.
just goes.
Yeah, because
Oh,
of course
God.
this is concentration, so her balloon has gone.
So
Okay,
I've now got
and-
to carry him.
Yeah, Irina, you just feel this heavy slump on your shoulders. Meanwhile, a literal cascade of daggers. You can't even see the thing underneath. Just piling on, turning him into a porcupine. Swirling daggers just shredding his already shredded cloak to pieces. And you can hear chipping bone banging as his scythe is getting it all in the way. He's looking really rough after that.
It's more
Okay,
where that
nice.
came from, baby. I'm getting
Okay.
sick and tired of this place. I just want out.
Don't we all? Oh,
And where's
that
your
one.
shadow when you need him?
Yes, where is my shadow when I need him?
That one as well.
There
He's
is
just
one that
sitting there enjoying it.
creeps around the corner. Llewellyn, you're up. And from your
So-
vantage point, you can see this thing rushing around. The soldiers see it as well. They probably have to double back on themselves. But,
Yeah. So I need to get them away out of there. I saw them run that way. I saw them look left in horror just before these guys came along. So I'm going to move over to here, towards the edge, to see what the issue is down there. See a load of them.
6 of these crawling through. Yeah.
He's going to do his usual magic stuff, movement, except instead of his usual point with a fireball, he's just going to drop it like it's a hand grenade.
Just a fireball on top of these wretched.
Yeah, and
Very nice.
as soon as he drops it, he's gonna move back.
Woo! That is some worms tactics right there.
Pretty much.
Like dropping the stick of dynamite down the hole.
Yeah.
Does it also collapse the area around it because it's an explosion?
It would, yes. The
That's why-
explosion would.
That's why I took a step back.
Oh. This wrecks through all these bodies burning, and like you just mentioned, the rock crumbles and breaks apart from the heat and explosion of the fireball. It too collapses on top of them. Instant grave.
Damn. That means they can't go that way now, can they?
No, but you wouldn't want them double backing on that.
Yeah, because
No.
they're going to end up going towards it, but then we need to deal with that one.
They end up going towards these wretched who do move up.
Surrounded.
Okay. It is any more movement?
I think the most I can really do is here. It's just like, can't get at me. I have the high ground.
Means then it's the other Hungry's turn.
Don't do it, Anakin.
Judging how intelligent it is. Well, actually, given the fact that explosion just went off, it's probably not going to go that way anyway. So it's going to go through the wall of fire.
Yeah,
Did you roll 21 damage for that thing, didn't you?
it's up to you. You can do that, or I can roll another 66.
I'll take the first, and then next turn you can roll again
Sounds
if
good.
it goes through a second time, which I don't think it is. All right, this Hungry does immediately charge through the fire. Its burning body is on the other side, flailing forward. Karis, you're up in the air now.
I'm
so
up 20 feet in the air.
Yeah, trying to get to you. Oh god. So it will have to. I don't know what happened to its movement. Apparently. Oh yeah, because Irina got a lift. Irina got a lift off. So you are caught up to by this thing. He is scrambling whilst on fire over the rubble between the two steep cliffs, and it just gets to you, Irina. But that's it. This is all of his movement. Karis.
Alright. Gotta think. What is my best move? What do I have left? I've been trying to think on this.
Irina, you'll be on deck.
Don't have any other spells left, but. Okay. Fly to here. Target this one. And My last spell slot of the day.
Okay, you count.
Have a guiding bolt to the face.
All right, it does hit it. So it's a glow, and its bright light is blinding towards for this creature.
I think I've got 5 more foot movements and just that. Hey, Llewellyn. Lovely day we're having, isn't it?
Yep.
God. Okay, anything else, Karis, or is that it?
No, that's me. I've got literally nothing left at this point.
Arena.
I'm getting dry as well.
Alright. Candlewick forms as the sword. And I'm gonna take 2 swings at him. Because I'm just like, I don't like this guy. He needs to die now.
Yeah.
22. Oh, it hit the Spectre as well for some reason. Right,
Okay, I'll undo that.
Yep, and second hit, 27.
Which means
Cleaving through him.
he
That also triggers him.
Yep.
Because that's 3 hits.
Very good. Okay, go roll it. Another 2d6.
Nice.
Another 8. Thing is blowing up in front of your face. Every turn, he's just not having any luck trying to avoid them, even with 17 AC. But he's still alive, despite the amount of damage you've poured on this thing. He is insatiable hunger.
Okay,
I have so much HP.
I don't have any spell slots left, dang it!
Truly is a monster. That's a nasty combo, by the way. Stun plus Cloud of Daggers. I just realized how screwed he is for the next 2 turns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that I can't do anything else.
You got movement.
Do what?
You got movement.
Yeah, but he also gets an attack opportunity if I run, and then it leaves Andy open. So I'm a helmsman shield in front of me and just brace myself for what's coming.
Okay, bring up the shield. The best thing you can do right now. 3 surrounding. These guys have to take the long way around. As you collapse one of the walls. The wretched are swarming in. But that's it. It's their turn. Okay, the soldiers. They create enough distance from this thing. They see the stunned creature on the ground. They say, "You can see the exit." They look towards these 3. They say, "There's just 3 things in the way." They're gonna move to here and basically hold their action, Kashan. Dash. Clear the way for us, if you can. Your turn, Kashan. Oh wait,
You got
Gloomwing, but he's stunned. He's stunned.
If
Oh
you
yeah,
if you take out the rider, you take out the flying thing.
sure. He is laying in a swirling blade of blended daggers.
Why not? For good measure.
Alright, yeah. Keep going. Just a punch on the way, yeah, that
Yeah.
definitely knocks him into maybe cloud of killing territory.
So first strike, that one. Whack.
Oh, yep, flies backwards.
That also hit the spectre again.
Oh yeah, remember that.
Die. Flurry of blows. Yep.
Beyond.
Not dead, so I'm just gonna. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
That will do it. Okay. Another squishy punched out of the way. They're basically fleshy punching bags at this point for you. With that, they're going to dash up. They feel it's safe enough. You can guard them from just the one. Okay. That is your go.
Yep.
All right. That's a good job you did move up before they did, because suddenly, Kashan, you hear it before you see it. Harpoon flies towards you from the canyon wall. Let me just see if it's in range. Yeah, it's in range.
Damn, that's one hell of a range.
You've got cloak up still, yeah? So disadvantage.
Yeah, but it can hit me. That's fine.
No, natural one, no.
It's technically a melee attack, I think, still.
It is, yeah. It's just reach
Really?
of 60.
Oh,
yeah.
harpoon arm. Oh,
Yeah. Basically trying to blitzcrank you.
Can I
But I
still not
failed.
throw it back at it?
Throw its arm back at it. You know, because I rolled a natural one, sure, why not?
Yeah! Let's go. Uh, that's amazing.
Yeah, I'll let
Shall
it
I
go.
just roll unarmed?
Yeah, roll your unarmed attack.
Okay.
Throw it back at itself.
Ah.
12. Oh, no. Okay, so it flies back towards it, and then its point is flying straight towards it, and it has to bend and turn and reel its arm, and it retracts it before it has a chance to impact it.
I was very half tempted to use my my inspiration.
just to get the style points. All right. Meanwhile, this grapple continues. Not Bob. Bob.
Go, Bob!
Bob is holding him back.
Oh.
Go, friend. Go.
Uh,
Find the best head you could find.
I kind of want to come back later and give Bob a head at this point.
All right, Andy, you're up. And your cloud of daggers is still active, so why don't you just roll damage for that?
Yeah, that is at the start of the turn. Is it their turn or my turn?
Their turn.
It doesn't really
They
They
matter at
start
this
their
point.
turn in there, which they have,
Yeah. They take damage.
and you did it fifth.
Yeah.
So that's another 10d4 damage.
Yeah. They're going to start in it no matter what, because they're still stunned until... Actually, I think it was until the end of Kashan's go, but they're going to start in it. So yeah, why don't you just roll it and see what happens? Oh, that is it. According to my calculations, that is one blended Night Vale Spectre. It tries to get up, pulling itself up on
Try
its
to save the head.
side,
Yeah, try to save the head.
Give it to Bob.
and it is shredded to pieces. And with that, you suddenly see the gloam wing rear up, let out one last ghastly screech before it explodes into shadow as its rider has died. Okay. That is... What do you want to do? Still we go?
Is that? I'm guessing that takes my action.
No, I don't think so.
No, because
Cloud-
you did that last time. It's just sitting there.
Yep.
You're starting to
Yeah.
turn in it, right? Because it's concentration. You could just drop it, right?
Or could I move it on top of the thing that Irena's fighting?
Can't move it, I'm afraid. Plus, it's about
Never mind.
60 foot away from it.
Okay, that's fine. In that case, then. Didn't miss.
Yeah.
I want to help Irina get this thing off her tail because it's
Okay.
So it doesn't tell me which
Mm-hmm.
which one is my sword.
Your sword is Mackin.
Yeah, she's gonna get her short sword out, which probably needs to have some cobwebs blown off. She's not used it for a while. And she's gonna go try and help cut up this thing that's knocking
All
her.
right.
So she'll have to, of course, kind of move by next
Yeah,
to
I
her.
like it.
19.
That's a hit.
There.
Nice.
You're within 5 feet of Irina.
And
You can also sneak.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Yeah, get the sneak attack. Where is it?
It should be on your.
And you haven't used your bonus action this turn either.
That is true.
Where's your sneak attack
Where's
one?
my sneak attack?
It's not on there.
It's disappeared. It used to be.
Features or something.
There it is. Wait,
Ah.
that's not right. That's 1d6.
Okay, let me change this.
Oh, you're on
now
level
2d6,
right?
right?
Yeah, it should be 2. 2d6.
And why is adding your strength not around?
Should
I mean,
add
why?
dex, right?
Well, it shouldn't be adding
It says
anything
on
for
here
sneak
it's
attack.
1d6 too.
Shouldn't-
Yeah, I think it's only.
Oh, it's because you're a level 2 rogue, that's why.
Yeah, I'm only level 2 rogue.
Yeah. I
There's
keep
only
thinking
one
you're level 3 for some reason.
No, not quite yet. No.
You just have
When
one.
she finally level up, she will be.
It is
Yeah.
just the 1d6.
But if you wanted, you do have your
You can
bonus
still stab
action,
with your dagger.
Mm.
or
Yeah.
you've got your bardic inspiration thing that you can do. You've not done that.
Oh, yeah.
Psychic bleed.
That one.
Mhm.
Isn't it?
Is that what I can do with it?
Can't remember.
When you
creature okay, you could spend 1 use of bardic inspiration to do extra. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's
And
that's
2d6.
no that what?
Yeah.
How many levels
Yeah.
of bard do you have?
I'm 11.
Oh, yeah.
That's 5d6.
5d6.
Ow, that's gonna hurt.
Wow.
Oh damn. Okay, so let's just
I
tally
always
this
forget
up.
I can do that.
Yeah.
It's because you
It's-
don't use your sword very
No, I don't.
Okay.
I need to mark
That's
off
Or your
Well,
any
but-
weapon really, because you could also do it with your bow.
Into the
Yeah, that's
Okay.
true. It's just it's one of those things that I always forget I've got it.
Yeah, honestly, I
Because
yeah,
To be fair, it's me with my Hexblade's curse as well.
yeah.
that is
Eh,
a vicious turnaround in the midst of this canyon.
Yeah.
You, d-
He is
you
vicious.
instead, you will not just be protected, but you will turn and fight. And this thing, even whilst it's being flailed on fire, it is getting shanked in the side, looks down, and then suddenly its mind is racked with these horrible psychic blades that lacerate its memories, its thoughts. And
she
it's
looks
looking
sweet
very
and innocent,
bad.
but she can rack your brain.
Yeah, apparently. Oh, God. That is your turn. Okay. It is this Hungry's go. He's going to dash, catch up to. Well, catch up to there. Okay. Llewellyn, your go. Get more of its movement.
I've not got a lot of stuff left.
you could finish the one off by, if you've got anything, try to finish off the one by Irina and Andy, because otherwise it's going to get a chance of an attack on them.
True.
True.
Might be able to finish it off.
Does it attack? Right, yeah. I'm just gonna do that then. Over here. And I'm going to do another fireball. And hopefully close off this bit of the canyon as well. And then
Yeah, I mean, there's a wall of fire already. Very much dissuading anything from getting that side.
yeah, but then I don't have to concentrate on it if it ends up causing.
Fair enough.
So I'm just like, they're gonna, well, not Irina, but Andy's gonna feel the heat as it's like just behind.
Okay.
It's 26 enough.
26 damage. You wouldn't believe just how much HP these things have. They are.
You're burning her eyebrows off.
But what
un-
about the
Awful.
collapse? Does the collapse?
That collapse might do. I'll tell you what. Yeah, you can go ahead and roll 66 worth of rubble damage.
Nice.
I'll give it a dex save though this time around because it's got a potential to survive. And if you are letting loose a fireball down there, I'm gonna have Irina and Andy roll it as well. Roll a dexterity saving throw because this thing doesn't care about who's getting targeted or not. That is
And you're fine, let's face it.
That's easily fine.
Oh, don't say that because she could still get a nat one.
Oh wow, I rolled a natural 18 on the hungry.
I mean, see, it's not a burst.
Oof. Okay. And
You don't have evasion yet.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
11. I say the hungry suffers half, and that is 9. And Irina, you also managed to duck out of most of the way, but it is just peppering you with bits of boulder and such. And unfortunately, Andy, you do take the full 17 bludgeoning damage as rocks begin to tumble down around you, burying you as well. I'm going to say that you are prone and underneath a heavy amount of rocks. You're going to have to either dig your way out of there, or you are just stuck underneath all these rocks. This thing is barely able to keep up, and he's just like pulling himself to the top to face off with you, Irina.
You just
It
like
takes more damage, but it's still alive.
you just see like a head pop out from the top and go, "My bad."
I am going to murder you.
You're the first person I'm sending my shadow after.
Yeah. After all of that,
And then she
it's
whispers to the
still
shadow.
somehow alive. Okay,
Still
one
alive.
is Andy, two is Irina. Of course it is. He gets to the top, reaches forward towards you, Irina, and makes one claw attack. And it's ridiculously hard to hit. You're left alive on 6. Yep.
I keep getting her up. Stop it.
Grappled, restrained. This thing is. It should be dead. It should be dead. This thing is. Well, it is dead. And that's exactly why it's still alive. Because the undead fortitude of this thing is showing its full strength here.
Oh my god. We keep knocking it down and it's making the saves. You.
One last.
Oh, is that
Another
what's happening?
claw with
Yeah.
advantage.
No.
Uh,
Time
Again.
Irina goes down. She's unconscious once again.
No
There's
way.
only so many times I can get her back alive.
right. Right.
This thing. I also expected you guys to run. This thing.
We're
It's
trying!
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh my god! It just turned on Andy as well, and I think I just crit her. Yes, Andy, you are. As you're popping your head out of the ground just to try and get out of the rubble, you suddenly see a large pair of jaws snap down on your head, and it is biting viciously into it, taking 28 points of piercing damage. Okay, that is the hideous what's going on down there. Carius, you're up.
Right. Carius is gonna fly over to them. Seeing that these things don't seem to like light, he's gonna land down. Actually, he'll have to position himself there. Sort of land down next to it. I really hope this hits. Word of Radiance.
Okay, yeah, it definitely failed.
So, have 13 radiant damage. I don't know why I was targeting the other one, but yeah.
Okay. It is blasted away, just like sections of its claws are just deteriorating, and now only the spindly bones are gripping onto Irina.
Is it still alive? Oh my god! I thought the radiance might be enough.
It's definitely having a nasty effect on it. It's proving effective, but it's not killing it fully outright.
Insane.
Yep. The worst part is there's another one around the corner
Yeah, I know.
who hasn't been touched. Just want to throw that out there. These things are an unstoppable army of death. This realm is truly abominable.
Yeah.
Anyone to even attempt to eke out an existence here, it wouldn't last long. It's no wonder these guys have been hiding underground all this time, knowing these things are on the surface. A literal army of unstoppable death. And Irina, I need you to roll another death save.
Ah, so close. At least a pass.
More wretched. And we're back to the fire genasis. They're going to make a break for it.
More wretched. Holy crap.
They have actually reached the finish line. At this point, they go just underneath the archway, which I'll like pencil in real quick. It's like this stretching out here, just like a bridge spans over the top. They just pass underneath the archway. They go into the distance, and it looks like the wretched are diverting their charge towards Kashan instead, seeing these targets have kind of got away and out of the fray. So they are going to do that. They're just going to swarm in. But they have to dash to get anywhere and meaningful. There is one that gets to nip you on the front there, Kashan. And a miss. Kashan, you're up.
Okay.
We made it! We made it! Get out of there! Get yourselves to safety! You hear
Wow.
them shouting as they're running.
Jesus Christ.
You're missing one.
Yeah, look, Helen's still got
Oh,
one
yeah.
up there.
The
don't
car
know
here is in
yet.
safe hands. Oh, crunch.
Yeah, stun that one.
I don't have a lot of juice left.
None
It's
of us
everyone.
do.
Everyone's being fully juiced.
Well,
That is a hit, so that's still good.
con save?
How many key points have you got left?
2.
That's a fail.
That's good.
Just
I'm gonna save
right.
that for a
What's
rainy
your
day.
DC?
My DC is 15.
Cool. Nice. Here's-
Cool. So I guess I'll use. How much?
He comes running around the corner, expecting to like gnaw into this one on the floor, and he like skids into you.
I can't use key, so I'm just gonna whack this guy one more time.
Okay, with advantage. Nice. Miss.
Miss it.
Oh god, yeah.
Right.
Apparently, as he
Awful.
skids, he like leans back and he's stunned and just flails back from you.
And I'll move. Last of my movement.
Oh, that thing as well.
Yeah, it has to climb down there. That's it. This movement. Okay. Back to the top of the round, Andy.
Okay, after this, I'm probably gonna have to go to bed because it's nearly 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
She can't move, can she? Because she's underneath rubble.
Right. You can see the creature.
Yeah, then she's just gonna go at it with her sword like she did before and do the psychic doodad again.
Yep.
She can't do much else.
All right. You can
Kind of
totally take a
panicking
slice.
now.
Yeah, this thing will not die, seemingly.
Well, the fact that they just keep on coming, Irina has gone down about 2-3 times now. She's kind of losing it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's panicking now, so.
You do have your sneak
good
attack
hit.
because I'm still within reach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Carries came down.
Nice.
Did I just roll an extra 9? My bad. Oh! 25! That is a nutty looking psychic blade. 65554. 25 damage. How do you want to kill this thing? That was an insane amount of damage.
I mean, like I say, she's just panicking, so she probably just screams and stabs the hell out of it and, you know, just radiates all her fear at the moment into this thing.
Which
To the point, you know, it can just hear almost nothing else but her screaming. That's it. Yeah.
So is it you climbed up at the top, sliced with the short sword. It probably cuts one of his Achilles' heel, dropping Irina as its head is then racked with these psychic blades. As it's falling to the floor onto its knees and collapsing towards you, you bring up the short sword once again, and its head just collapses on the sword, dead. Finally, and it's just got this death expression on its face of the same fear is perhaps going through your mind as well.
And then,
That-
of course, if she can use whatever movement to try and get out, but she's, of course, heaving for breath and panicking right now, and, you know, trying to get out as best as she can. And as soon as she's done that, she's going to try and drag Irina out, too.
Give me a strength check to see if you can push the rubble off. It's not your strong suit, but
No.
you're just stuck here. You're
I'm
like
stuck.
buried under, up to like the upper waist, effectively, up to the chest.
And
Okay,
with that, I do need to go to bed. So.
okay, all right. Thankfully, most of the threats have been neutralized. The soldiers have been marching their way to safety. It was going to be this guy's go, but he's stunned. Llewellyn, you're up.
You have another fireball left because you could collapse that. You could get those ones.
Yeah, I was thinking that, or I was thinking I could get the big one and four of them with a chain lightning. But
Well,
I think getting more of them is probably better than.
yeah.
So yeah, so my last third level.
Just before you do this, Llewellyn, all the while you've been blasting these things, you can hear more and more. They aren't stopping. It's just I've been throwing them in waves after waves. This is
Yeah.
clearly not a fight till they're dead. This isn't a fight till they're dead situation.
Perhaps, have you got enough for another polymorph?
I do, yeah.
Then get him out there.
Yeah.
All of these, as you look down towards them, all of these are new. Like you were sure that you killed at least the last two waves, and you did.
Yeah.
These are all fresh
Just
off the
think
bandwagon.
if we just keep collapsing everything, they can't get to us. No, I'm gonna use a polymorph at 6th level to use become good old faithful giant eagle.
All right, you are up in the air once again. Do you want to move?
My movement. How tall are these? It's 60 feet up in it.
Yeah, this one in the middle is slightly less tall. I'd say it's about 20, 40 foot.
Let's see.
You've got enough movement to get anywhere, though, pretty much. Yeah, 40 foot.
Yeah, I'm going to have a wide berth, knowing that's coming.
Yep.
So I'm going to actually head more northward. So, say like that way.
Okay. It would be Karis's turn after this.
Right, so Karis is gonna fly down next to Irina, who isn't buried, right?
No.
I can't get her up, but I can stop her bleeding out. So, which is probably the next best thing. So spare the dying.
Okay. Stabilize.
And then I've used what? With there, so I've used 5 feet of movement to get there. I'll pick Irina up, which I used 5 when I was on 60 feet, so it left me with 55 feet of movement, which is then half. No, but then half, not because of carrying an extra person, but just because that's how fast I can now go. So then I'll move another 25 feet and I'm go that way. And I'm just be like, Kashan, Andy might need your assistance, or that thing might need holding in place. Either way, I'm gonna try to get Andy out of here, Irina out of here.
Okay.
This is rough.
All right. Airlifted out. The wretcheds go. They swarm around the corner, chasing after Kashan. But that's pretty much their turns. The ones in the distance, they pile down from the mountainside. This time accompanied by those 4-limbed, the lost, the ones who like grappled you, stabbed into your minds. There's 2 more of those. In the distance, you can still hear Bob is holding on to the other guy, by the way, by some miracle. And Kishan, it's your go. What you want to do?
There's a lot to kill.
There is, and they keep coming, Tishan. They keep
So much
coming.
matter. All right. So
You
let's
can see
go.
them swarming down the sides.
You get a bow staff.
I want
You get a bow staff.
Oh my!
I want a
Yes.
t-shirt. I want a t-shirt with Kashan on, with his claws out like that, and it just says "so much murder" underneath.
So you obliterate 2 of them.
10 points damage? Oh no, I missed. Damn it.
It missed. It missed. All right, this one grabs onto it like it's a dog's chew toy, and then pulls it away. Okay. Anything else?
No,
Okay.
for the moment. I'm
This
just gonna hold him back.
okay. This brings us around to the lonely. Finally comes around the corner and fires towards you, Kushan. He's been chasing after you. Gonna fire that harpoon arm. Eventually, I'll hit something. Oh, fires
Oh.
wide again. God damn. Sad times. All right. Back to Andy's go. The threat has been neutralized. All she needs to do is try and get out of there. And
Yeah. She's gonna try and again wriggle herself free.
Okay.
If she can use the short sword to sort of pry her legs or whatever, because I think she was half caught under the rubble.
Yeah, she could also try and blast her way out of the rubble. That's another option. I know she's got plenty of magic missiles. That's another option if she wants to do that. But she could.
I don't know how many magic missiles she's got left, because they're on her D&D Beyond thing she's got on her tablet. Let me just. Sorry, I'm just checking.
Or there's fly. I mean, that's not going to help actually. let's
No,
let's
so
roll
she
a
can't-
strength check first. See what happens. Do you want to roll it?
An 8.
No.
Okay. She's stuck.
No.
That's the movement. If she wants, she can still use an action to try and bust out. Either that, or it's down to using magic missiles.
Hold on. Yeah, she's gonna have to magic missile because she hasn't got anything else.
Okay. Pretty sure she's got plenty left. And if not, she's still got spells left, which could easily be used to actually just hard cast magic missile. So that's what I'll say happens effectively. She just brings out the cloak, stars shoot out around, and then arc back down towards the rubble. She braces herself, but being that magic missile is guided, every single strike hits around her on a single rock that was holding her down, suffering no wounds herself, other than just a bit of dust in the eye. And she does blast her way out of the rubble. But that's going to be her whole turn to do that. She's now looking around for an escape route. Got fire behind her, a wall of fire, and let's see how Bob is doing. Not Bob. Rolled a 13. Oh no, does the Tony finally breaks free? Oh my god, he finally breaks free.
No.
Yep. Which means the angry come charging through the wall of fire. You can roll damage for that.
What was it?
This thing charges through, and just as Andy gets out of the rubble, like, finally, free, looks around and sees just this flaming giant coming towards her.
Is it her movement to get out of the rubble then?
She tried the first time to get out with the
Okay, that's
movement,
fine then.
and then she used action.
29.
Okay, 29 damage.
And a dex save.
No, that's it. Takes it.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Valence, you'll go. This
So
thing's done.
No, it would have
Thing is,
ended on Kashan's turn.
Okay, cool. In that case, before you Levan, I'm finally gonna maybe get some damage on Kashan here. Claw with a dis.
Oh, damn it. Oh, no.
And
Is
you're
that finally a hit?
grappled. Yeah.
Okay,
That is a
gotcha.
hit.
Okay, so it goes from having disadvantage to suddenly gripping you, stopping your displacement cloak from blurring you out of sight. Ah, there's this big, vicious grin. Finally!
Carius, you probably hear Kashan audibly go, uh-oh.
Yeah. And Karis is like,
I got him. The tasty kitty is mine. And we'll claw into you again. Why did I roll this? I don't know, but that is still a hit for 17 points of slashing. And then finally, it tries to bite off one of your ears with this next one.
technically, can it
Oh god.
can't it not do the second claw attack? 'Cause it says whilst grappling it can't attack with its claws.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
Legend.
Okay, so
Thank you, James, for reading.
Let me just count that one. But
Yeah.
you do take the
8.
27 to hit. You do take the 18 points of bludgeoning. So, let me just... what would you... he was on 70 minus 18.
So give it 1 extra damage, and that's
There you go. You're left on 50. You're left on 52 there.
$52's good.
be grappled.
He is grappled and restrained, yes.
Bad.
Mm.
Okay. But what we need to do is get the hell out of here by the looks. Carius. Wait, who? Yeah, no, it's Llewellyn's go. Llewellyn's go.
So I'm 60 feet up.
Yes.
Ow.
So I gotta go an extra 20 feet up to get out of this guy's range.
If you're trying to get out of his range, yeah, sure. But he's not going for you. He's clearly going for Kashan.
All right then.
Kashan's like getting absolutely wrecked down there, and you're like, I need to get out of range. Like, Kashan's the one dying right now.
He's been in worse. But we're trying to get this guy out of here. I can't just take him with me and dive bomb into them. I can only do that with Carius.
All right then. Stick to your mission then.
So 80 feet, which if that's dashing, that should basically get us to safety.
Okay then. Carius, you're up.
Just need to check how something reads a moment. Ah, damn it, it doesn't actually. Need to check how
That's
it
where
might.
you wished you'd saved a scatter.
Yes, but I've had to use everything to kill everything for.
Sure.
I'm just checking something.
The goal was never to kill.
We were trying to run, but we had to kill to get things out of the way.
Right.
Well,
This is
done it,
good.
right?
This is gonna be an interesting thing. Karis is gonna fly down next to this. He's
With
gonna
Irina.
He's gonna jump off the glaive. He's gonna order the glaive to continue flying.
Oh.
Here we go.
So, and the glaive now has a 50-foot flight speed, so I've moved. And then for my action, that I'm gonna have.
It'll be good.
Yeah. This is every
On the way
creature
to go?
within range. Word of Radiance. I'm gonna try to obliterate all of the. I'm gonna try to destroy all of the, at least the wretched that are in immediate threat range. One of them makes it,
saved.
but I've at least
The
obliterate.
other three fail.
Yeah, so they're at least heavily damaged,
Nice.
and then that. What about the big ugly? That also
Ugly
fails.
Okay. So was it 13?
Yep.
All right.
And
It's
that's
barely a scratch on him, but
and that's my turn. It was mostly because I didn't want all of these also swarming on him whilst he's restrained.
that makes sense.
Appreciate.
As a daring move, you are back on the ground though, without a way to
Yep.
get back up. You turn around and you can see there are more coming as well. Now
Yep.
that you're down here,
Yep.
these guys. Arena, you're stable.
But unconscious.
Yes.
I
Airstrike.
remain unconscious.
You do. All right.
Good turn.
That's good.
All right. Thanks.
Oh my god. What are these now?
This
Well,
is
yeah,
the
alright.
thing that grappled and like almost killed me last time in the first fight.
And there's a pack of them coming towards you. And from behind as well. You hear sizzling and popping noises as your wall of fire is burning shit. Wait, is wall of fire down now?
Oh yeah, it would be down there.
Would be down.
Okay,
Yeah.
in that case, you don't hear sizzling and popping. You just see, from Andy's point of view, there is a lot of them rushing towards her.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're catching up. You guys continue to stay and fight.
However,
They keep coming.
it'll be difficult terrain as they get up to here because of all the.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. It's Kashan's go.
You need to break free of this, buddy.
Yeah, I do. So yeah, I'm gonna acrobatics.
But you can climb straight up.
No, to
You've got
break
time to-
to
No,
break free of the
grapple.
grapple.
Oh, to break free the grapple, yes.
The glaive.
Yep, for some reason that rolled as my
Okay.
glaive.
Well, that's fine.
Oh, that one.
I'm going to
man.
roll as me now.
You think you're a glaive for some reason, and you shake it off. You're like, damn, if only I was a glaive in this moment.
Yes.
Great.
No.
I'm assuming I'm just taking that in that one roll.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, cool.
That's what you roll.
Do you have
it's
anything? I'm trying to think if you've got anything that would help.
Nope.
That was tragic.
Yeah, fuck it, inspiration.
All right,
I'm not dying here.
digging deep, Kashan.
That's better.
17. That's on the money, isn't it?
It was a 16 DC.
Okay, well then that's good. That's just above the money. Kashan, how do you break free of this thing? Is it about to take a second bite?
So I can imagine that I kind of like just get enough space between him wrapping round and I just kind of like get a foot up and just kick off from him.
Oh.
Backflip land, of course.
Yeah, you kick out a tooth as you go. Okay, you're free. You have movement.
Okay. Andy's in most trouble, isn't she?
Andy, I'm gonna
I have a plan. However, I need to be within range of Kashan and Carius to have it work as effectively as I want.
Where do you need me?
I need to be able to touch both.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're better off going
Um.
towards Andy. I think, unless. No wait. What's the movement? Oh yeah, that's difficult terrain. That.
But I need to get Carius too. Because Andy can cast Fly at 5th level, which means she can do it on all 3 of you.
That'd be the winning.
But I need to
move
get
for
to
him.
you because it's a violin spell actually. She can't technically touch them while
Hold on,
playing.
I didn't move last turn, didn't I? Because I was grappled.
Yep.
Which is fine. Cool. So bonus action disengage 5, 10, 15, 25. Grab Carius. And I'm going to drag him up here.
To
Arena.
Andy. To
Otherwise-
Andy.
Otherwise,
Oh, sorry, to Andy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought you needed to touch.
No, because
it's
she's
Andy.
unconscious.
Oh, Andy needed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, same
you're
again.
gonna drag Carius over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna drag Kairos all
Okay.
the way over.
All right, sure. It's a little bit tricky, but with a bit of wall running, I reckon you could actually do that. Because you could climb over and then just yank him up and climb back over.
Yeah.
I just
you'd
kind
need-
of climb to the top and just grab him by the head. It's like, you're coming with me.
Cat's like, I'm good with this. Oh no, here comes the
And-
lonely.
This is the only thing that is left that will potentially put a spanner in your works, really. Oh wait, no, there's an angry. There's a very
That
big
was
angry.
my last key point.
Well, let's hope it counts. I've not had the best of luck with the lonely, and
Technically, it'd be at disadvantage on Kashan now. Because he
Is
had a
it?
turn of not taking
Yeah.
damage. It's been his turn. I would have reset the cloak. I
Mhm.
think.
It
Okay.
is also difficult terrain for small people, let alone the big thing.
Also, aren't I round the
Just,
corner?
just saying.
yeah, it can move up to 30 foot of movement, so it can literally stomp over it on its. It's going to be able to get a line of sight on you because with 30 foot of movement, it could quite easily get to here and see into the
Yes, go for
into the
him.
canyon.
He's more likely to survive it.
He's going to fire once again. He's been trying to go for Kashan the whole time. Fires the harpoon arm with this 18 to hit with this,
He's still up.
but as soon as it slices through you, you look down, you realize you are punctured.
Oh, it's grappled you.
It's grappled you. It's grappled, buddy.
That's fine. That's...
Then I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. I finally hit with something. I get to do this. You hear this horrible wailing noise in the back of your head. Ugh, but you shake it off. Whatever
Nice.
that thing is, you do manage to resist it.
Oh, but,
gets
sorry. As soon as it comes through, I don't even need to save. It's nullified.
Why's that?
Egbert.
Egbert.
If it's another
And I'm
status
grappled.
effect.
True.
Which means... Technically, can you be restrained? Because grappled and restrained are separate conditions.
That is
we-
effectively the same thing. So
Yeah.
We agree they're
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
same. You do take half though, so I'm gonna say you take a little wailing noise gets louder. This kind of tug of war in your mind with this shouting and horrible, sorrowful moan goes off. Oops, don't take man.
does Egbert just
y-
completely nullify?
It
No,
only
it
status
nullifies
effect.
conditions.
Oh, I only the condition.
So wait, you're on 13. You take 9. So you're down to
21.
21. Okay.
21.
You are grappled, and this thing would reel you back, but it's used all of its movement to get into position to fire. So you're lucky there. Then it is the angry go, who is on fire, charging forward. This is down to Bob. Bob can hold him back.
Bob.
Not to save
Come
Andy's
on,
life.
Bob.
Okay. The grabs onto him from the shoulder. This is non-Bob. So
This is
pushes
not Bob.
pushes forward with a 12, and then is held
Oh.
back with.
Yeah.
Oh, Bob does it.
Nice.
Yes,
Bob is
Bob.
holding on. Go, go, friends.
Bob is
Blue.
the champion.
Let's see. Just rest. Go.
Best thing I
Right.
ever did.
Yeah, I would say that's one of Llewellyn's best
Okay, Andy,
moves.
go.
Bob the legendary.
The first thing, how bad is Kashan looking? I can't see. There's a little icon. in the way.
21.
Anyway,
Is that good or bad for you?
It's not the
bad.
greatest.
you haven't got a chance to cast Healing Word and fly in the same turn.
Well, healing word
That's-
is a bonus action.
Yeah, but you can't
It is.
cast 2 spells on the same turn.
Oh, okay, yeah. In which case,
Unless you're a
fly.
walk.
It's fly then. Fly is the option.
Fly it is.
Fly, my
Fly.
pretties.
Fly, you fools! Fly! All right.
And
You go up 60 feet in the air if you want.
Sweet.
or could they effectively use half their movement and drag us both up that 30 feet as well? Because we're now technically light as a feather because we're flying.
Wait. I'll say you're really going all out with this 5th level, and the violin reaches down into your souls and moves you in such a way that Annie's just sort of concentrating on the song at hand, and just being in her presence, you believe you can fly. You can go
Yeah.
up 30 feet.
Yeah.
That works.
Carius will give a little
She's
buffet
literally
of
Peter
air.
Pan. It's official.
I don't think I can, though, can I?
You're grappled, but
That's the thing. So
I thought you weren't
you're
grappled.
grappled, so your speed is 0, but it doesn't stop
I am
this thing. Doesn't stop you being dragged around.
yeah.
Because it's a
Oh,
harpoon
okay.
arm. What you see is, as you're flying up, you look down. There's still a huge spiked arm through your abdomen, and this thing is holding on.
That's
In order to
fine.
get away fully, you're going to need to break the grip. So
No,
you
Egbert nullified the wisdom save.
oh yeah, that's fine. You've
Yeah.
already passed that anyway, so you're aware.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise he would have pulled you. That's the effect, effectively. Right. The only little thing you need to get rid of is the slam grapple, the Velen. You're flying still, but you've got them to safety, I guess, if you want to. Or if you want to fly down to drop them off.
Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna fly down to drop them off.
Okay.
And seeing
We'll
that
say that.
they're gonna start flying, even though Kashan is grappled. Could I have faith in Kashan getting out of that?
That's up to you. They're
I'm
currently 120 foot away.
yeah. I have an idea in mind, and it all depends on them getting away. So I'm just gonna hold myself, like, because I could have moved 80 feet. So I'm gonna drag this guy ahead of them,
Okay, sure.
and then so I'll be somewhere off. And I'm gonna drop my polymorph and stand there at the ready for them getting away. If they
Okay.
get flying up, then I'm good to enact my plan.
Okay, what is it you're holding? Because if it's a
Uh,
spell, you'll drop polymorph.
I'm not holding anything right now.
No, he's just.
I've
Okay,
dashed.
alright.
I've dashed. I'm on about my next turn.
No worries then. Okay, Carius in that case.
Right, so
We'll go.
Carius wants to basically try to use his. Essentially, try to break the grapple on Kashan.
Yep.
Help
You could try
action.
and break it for him. It is an action.
Yep, that's fine.
DC 15.
Athletics check, I guess.
Yeah. You're basically standing in the gap, attempting to break it for him. No.
Wait.
Nothing.
No, it's. I don't think I have anything that I can use to boost that.
It's days like this you wish you had a sorcerer.
I am a sorcerer, but I've got
Or
no.
even just
Yeah.
anything.
What?
Days like this you wish you had a good sorcerer.
Days like this, you wish you had one that had any things
Bedluck.
left. Right.
Good question. Where's the glaive going?
So
I know you told it to go
the
off.
glaive is going beyond the barrier, sort of thing.
Okay, gotcha.
Basically, get Irina to safety, sort of thing. Just right, and then Carius is going to use 35 feet of his flight to fly up, and then move. So basically, flying 35 straight up. So I'm now 65 feet in the air.
Yep.
And then use the other 25 to just start moving. And I'm 650 feet in the air now.
Draw. Oh my god, Carius. You see, Sean, you see Carius trying to free you. I can't do it, and instead just flies off.
I have faith in Kashan.
The help action, you fool!
Sean,
The bardic inspiration that there's things that people can do, but
Right.
this thing is about to reel you in. You can see Egbert is tugging back, but it's your turn. What are you gonna do, buddy?
Kashan is going to go into a mid-air corkscrew and is just going to start spinning to try and release himself from this.
Okay. You can roll acrobatics if it's better than your athletic. I'm sure it is.
Yeah, acrobatics.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Come on.
Me.
You know the DC.
Yes.
There
28.
it is. You corkscrew out, and it is the most painful thing you've ever felt because that needle thing is also twisting, and eventually pop and comes free. You let out a gush of blood as you fly through the sky, dripping it down upon all the wretched. Oh god! You can fly a good 60 feet away from this thing if you want.
Yes, I would like to move as fast
Okay.
as I can.
All right.
So,
Jeez.
60 feet. Yeah.
It tries to follow after you, like as it's pulling back its limb, like reeling it back in. But effectively, I'm seeing everyone is flying off at this point, and we are quite over time. So I'm happy to end combat there. The only thing that could even stop you at this point is another gloam wing, and you're already stunned and blended him to pieces. So with that,
Yeah.
you fly off into the distance. Andy, Keshan, Carius, you're the last to catch up to the group as you see them running into the distant plains of the desert.
So as they're getting to flying into safety, and I see this, my last turn will be to cast a 7th level fireball on this giant arch.
To collapse it fully, yeah?
Yeah, stop them
That'll
following
do the
us.
job. 7th level, he's really going for it.
Yeah,
All I've
we've burned
got
through
left.
everything.
Wow,
Okay.
7th level. You can, cast haste or anything,
No.
Doesn't help with
That-
grapple.
Okay, well, you do see that along that archway, that ridge, there was more of these wretched held by those lost, the ones with the four limbs. They come charging after that hungry who kind of recovers from the stun is chasing after, and lastly you see Bob just holding back the other angry as the final archway collapses from this cacophonous explosion, filling the entire archway in a heap of rubble and ruin.
Hopefully landing on a load of them.
It does indeed crush a majority of the wretched who are just bugs splat underneath the weight of this thing.
Bye,
The
Bob.
Bye,
the
Bob.
lonely
We'll fight
is
ahead.
buried. Bob is just giving a wave. You can't even hear his calls over the sound of this explosion. But guys, you have made it out into a much cleaner part of the desert. The canyon's way behind you now. And up ahead, you can hear the sounds of panting. The soldiers. The triage. It should be just up ahead. They turn round to see everyone. Thank you. Thank you for helping us. We would have been dead without you.
You see, I told you we weren't spirits.
You're definitely more than that. You're heroes, and we will sing the song of Kashan for sure. Now that we know that your prowess truly matches the epicness of that song.
Oh, shit.
That was horrible.
Yep.
Place is not for the faint of heart. The battlefield of our enemies. They grow stronger every day. We can only hope to retreat and maybe heal the wounded. Maybe once this war is over, they can finally go back to their families.
It wasn't
Is-
that bad. Chad's Casino is worse.
I've not heard of such a place, but
You will.
You don't want to.
where is your ally, the one with the smoke? You see the glaive kind of hovering down.
Yeah, they're
looking at you guys.
unconscious, but they're alive. That was one of the. Again, that's like the third or fourth time characters jumped into. I'm going to die for this, but I'm going to make sure everyone else survives.
That was a clutch move. I'm gonna just copy your tokens and paste them on. You should be on the Shadowfell camp.
Yeah,
If not, just do a refresh.
just
I'm
Um,
on it, but I
black.
can't really see much.
I'm gonna give it a vision on it.
The
'Cause
fly as
out
well.
Out here, you can actually see there is torchlight, and it looks like you've arrived in the midst of the camp, like midnight watch, effectively. Although you don't see anyone around. There's tents, and there's a flag flapping in the wind. You can see yellow banners, and it looks very abandoned, but you can see ballistas set up. There's definitely a defendable camp here. And as they approach, you see them shouting like, "We have wounded here! Let's get them to the tents!" And you
I'll
see
begin
them.
to help them as well.
Okay. Yeah, you grab the other stretcher, because unfortunately where one of them died, they haven't got this 2-man stretcher team. So you carry them
Yeah. And Karis will
over towards
lead
one of the
the
tents.
Irina glaive to one of the tents as well. Unless, because I don't know if Andy's got anything left to heal wise.
She does, and I'm gonna take the initiative and just say she uses one first level just to go for cure wounds. So Irina, you're administered 10 healing, and Andy has brought you back for the third time
Yeah, I
today.
think the third time in the Shadowfell.
Andy gets you up to your feet. They turn around and they say, "Thank you, Kashan. We'll take it from here." And then they notice Irina's come back to consciousness. Point. They say, "This is where we
Everything
come."
hurts.
Right. Guys, gather up for a minute, and I will put down the tiny hut. That's all I can do.
That's what you got.
But
Okay.
once it's up, you're free to walk in and out.
All right. Irina, before we end tonight's session, is there anything you want to say to these guys? They seem to come up to you, all three of them who are mostly conscious. The other two have been put in the triage
Yeah,
tent.
I'm just going to I'm sorry, I know we lost two of them, your captain, but it was the choice of two people who were already dead or people who were alive. And I'm sure your captain would have made the same decision in those circumstances.
We are no
I
strangers
just-
to the casualties of,
Yeah.
but we appreciate your compassion. No one would have asked, no one else would have shown us that kindness.
What's Candlewick's behavior now that we've got them here?
Candlewick is just standing beside you in its shadowy like form. Well, it's like your shadow, but they're kind of occupying it. And they're effectively just watching what you do right now.
Fingers?
There is 5 burning on your hand.
Okay. Is that like, are these the only people here? Like, who's here?
5 individuals, you and you guys. So 5 Genasi and then you guys.
So
You
this
look around the
entire
camp.
place is like empty?
There is campfires, there is torches lit, and you can even roll me a perception check as well. Because the flag is clearly flying. doesn't look like there's been a battle here. In fact, Irina, as you listen carefully, you can hear people inside the tents. You can hear a set of footsteps behind you, and as you turn around, no one else is moving. You can hear the sound of ballistas being like loaded or like basically aimed and wheeled around. And you can just hear general chatter from the camp, even though you can't visibly see anyone here. There's even some like merriment and laughter. Like,
But is it more kind of like leftover echoes of something that was there before?
it's exactly that. It feels
Okay,
faint,
I want to.
echoey.
I kind of want to essentially gather the Ganassi into the one tent. And then sort of like obviously the two that are unconscious on the sort of pallets or whatever, and I want to kind of sit in the middle of them. And I kind of want to show you them the document that I found that obviously says, you know, you're missing in action, you died in action.
Proof of their death.
And just be like, okay, I know this is really hard to take in, but the battle finished many, many years ago. You've been stuck
Yes.
passing
battle
through
is
that
finished.
place with those things hunting your souls. You've made it now, and you can be at peace. It is time.
Time.
And
Peace. Peace sounds good.
I am going to, because they are Ganassi, I'm basically going to, where I'm sort of sitting, I kind of want to make sure there's enough space. And I want to create bonfire in the middle of this tent. Because obviously fire is their thing. It's what they are, and it's almost kind of like a, I don't know, like a ritual or something. And I am just going to, no, I'm not going to put that in there. What have I got? What have I got in my pocket of things? I'm gonna pull out the fire ganassi, you know, brass tends to go with the fire, so I'm gonna pull out an old brass key that's maybe like slightly rusted and things like that. I'm gonna put that in the middle of the bonfire as well.
Okay. Yeah, immediately begins to kind of char and heat up to a red hot. And as that redness fills the campfire, in fact, hold on a second. I had to put on this. I forgot to put the old filter on this level. But you do see the red, which sticks out firmly amongst the kind of grey tints of everything else in this place. There we go. That's what I wanted.
I'm just going to quickly, before, like, as I put the key in, and I'm literally just going to say, may the key let you pass through the door to the next life and guide you on your way and lock the door safely behind you.
As you say that, you feel a warm, fuzzy heat build up in your chest. You know it's Candlewick, and it feels as though Candlewick is touched by this. And it's almost as if Candlewick is saying that they couldn't have said it better themselves. And you see the fire genasi. You hear a feminine voice say, "Lie down, let me treat your wounds." And you hear like them being like laid down onto different beds. You can hear the heavy breathing is now relaxed and more calm, peaceful. And as they close their eyes, you see them almost kind of drifting off to sleep, but also their fiery kind of hair, actually glows just a moment of the same red that key is glowing. Just
Very
a faint
last thing
flicker of light.
before they go that I want to do is go up to Ash, and I'm going to put my hand on his shoulder, and I'm just going to tell him that your legacy will live on in your family line, and it does you proud. And then, yeah, I'm just gonna.
You see his eyes are already closed, but he can't hide a smile It just creeps up the side of one of his face, over one half of his face, and he lets out a long sigh. And they're not disappearing or anything, but what you do sense on your fingers, on one hand, the hand you use to grip the sword, is it feels like there's candle wax dripping down your fingers. Nothing there is visible, but it feels as though the candles just are melting away. Not snuffing out, but just reaching the end of their lifespan, perhaps. You can still feel the heat there, just not going out yet. As everyone else clambers into the hut and begins to take their long rest, you're completely protected and shielded within this. And a long rest is going to be guaranteed, that's for sure. But I'm going to say, for the sake of brevity, we'll skipping over to the next day. As you will come to consciousness, at least you think it's day, still just as dark in this gloomy, like eternal night of a plain. But there is something definitely different about the landscape around you. As you come to consciousness, you look around to see perhaps if the genasi are still there, or if they've come to greet you. As you come to consciousness, you look around. The camp has all but vanished, and in its place, there is simply a massive crevasse into the ground. Just this long shadow that descends deep into the earth, and you realize you have just simply camped right on the precipice of this. Look around, there's no trace of the camp, no flagstones, no nothing. Just rubble, ruin. The echo of this once triage is merely that, an echo that has passed on. And you don't feel the heat from your hand anymore, Irina. But you do feel as though something in your very being, very core, that soul that is effectively tethered to Candlewick has been bolstered. You don't sense a rash impatientness from Candlewick. You sense
He's chill
just a
now.
still burning relief, and a warmness spreads over the tops of your shoulders, around your hips, and it feels like you're being hugged by something really warm. And
Aww,
as you do,
you too, buddy.
Hugged by a level up.
and you level up.
Hey.
Irina levels up,
Nice.
and that is where we will end tonight's session.
GG.
Thank you very much for watching, and hope you've enjoyed this little jaunt through the Shadowfell, even as gloomy and deadly as it can be. But good to see just what Candlewick's original purpose truly was: a light to lead them on in the darkness, a flame that never goes out, a flame that will be brighter than any others here in this dismal world. And yeah, tune in on Sunday as well for Baba Yaga's Dancing Hut, and on
No, it's not
Monday
this
as
week.
well. No, not this week. Damn.
Nah, you missed
Oh,
it.
as me getting hyped. I wish it was this Monday,
Yeah.
but the following Monday, we will be live again on the 18th for What Lies Beneath. Maybe this crevasse leads to the Underdark. Who knows?
Yep.
But I doubt the players want to go any further. They already want to go back and just get on with it. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. See you then.
Right.
Bye.
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 Bruh.
Bye.
Mm.